All right, I believe we are shockingly alive. Yes, we are. I can see myself on Twitch, and now I just need to find myself on YouTube. And as it opens, there I am. All right, we're off to a pretty good start. Not bad. Not bad. First of all, I want to turn up the volume here so I can hear things. Now listen. In a nutshell, let me move that over here. If you're, hey Monster, Dan Uzo, how are you? Let me move this over a little bit more that way. I'm trying something and I'm going to explain a few things. Headwell, how are you? Cheers from across the pond. So we're on StreamYard today. So if you decide to follow us on Twitch, you will not get a dancing Pikachu. You wouldn't get a dancing Pikachu because we're on StreamYard. A couple things. I'm leaving this wide open. Anybody that wants to stick their head in. Folly Chick, how are you? Hi, Rob. I can't stay long because our governor is about to talk. I hope you and your family are staying well. Well, we're going to be talking about a few things. I hope everything goes well for you for everything that's going on. I'm trying a few things out. So if some of you like to go over to Twitch and just make sure that that's running all right, I'd appreciate it. Tina, how are you? Tina, why don't you pop in? You got a minute? I want to show you something. Or do you have time? I know you're a busy girl. I'll send you a link. Hey, Ron, how are you? Hey, Rob, good to be back with you. I'm glad you're back. I just finished a playthrough of the last 100 yards. I'm fine and dandy. Hope you're okay. Arrow Gator says, hello, how are you, my friend? I'm glad to have you here. Well, we're going to talk about a bunch of things. I want to show a couple of things. Jared, how are you? James, how are you? Downriver Rick, how are you? I hope you all are spectacular. This is kind of an open forum. You guys can pop in if you like. Let me get the StreamYard thing over here. Okay. All right, so now that works everything well. Okay, yeah, cool. We got it. Perfect. All right. That's exactly what I needed. There we go. Whew. I don't even need the, I don't know why I got Twitch open. Why would I have Twitch open when the thing combines everything right here? Okay, there we go. And I'll move that over here. We're going to be trying a few things. I'm outside for a walk, but away from people. So we'll listen in. Okay, cool. This quarantine is finally going to let me get to a bunch of unplayed games that are sitting on my shelf. Well, my plan is to try to open things up to more people. So the reason I have the headset on, if you guys want to pop in, you can join me here. We could talk a little bit after I get a few things in. I think it's because of everything going on. The thing I want to test is will I be able to play games with other people? So I've set this up where I've done this. So we can do this. And I think if everybody can tell me if they see the board okay, if it looks all right, and if it works. Pops Reviews, how are you? Hey, Rob, hope you and your family are well. Keep gaming. Love the content, sir. Thank you so much. Von Deacon, how are you? The Warren family is healthy and happy. We're going to talk about that in a minute. I'll be honest with you. Unfortunately, because some of us are essential personnel, we're in the firing line. And it's a little nerve-wracking. Uh, there's a couple elderly people that needed some food, so took it upon ourselves, me and the Queen, to run out. Of course, I would go into the stores and try to find a few things. We were lucky. I are the Justin. Oh, we can see the border and everything. Is that you, Justin? My other Justin? My other son, as we call it. Um, we took it upon ourselves to try to help. There is nothing out there as far as food and stuff like that. All right, that's cool that we can see this, because now the plan is to have people come in and join up and actually start really doing some really interesting things. I'm looking over here because I have my screen over there. So if I bring this over here, it's going to do the echo thing. I could always move this over there too. I can change my screen, my screen. Let's try that. And I'll explain what's coming next. All right, so if I do this here, bring this over here, make that full screen like so, and then stop screen share, and then share screen, and it says share screen, and then pick what screen. If I pick that one, share. All right, we get the same result almost. Was it better on the other one though? Or does it look the same? Dry but cool here in Virginia, so spraying models that were collecting dust and finally getting to paint them. Oh, that's very cool, David. And Pop's review says, hope everybody well. He loves what we're doing. I really appreciate that. That means a lot. Tina, unfortunately, is outside walking, but there's nobody around, which is good. Omega Red's here. What more do we need, right? Hethwell, Khan, it's always good to see you. Last 100 Yards is a great game. A very, very good, solid game. All right, so this kind of Omega saying hi to everybody. Vincent's here. Beat Cafe. What's up? Sniper for life says hi. Hello, Matt. Christian Gamer. My boy Monster X, and of course Dan. What's up? All right, let's go down to the bottom. Oh yeah, okay. That's my boy right there. That's my boy. We are horribly disappointed because we did not get to go to WrestleMania. But what are you going to do? That's life, right? That's the way things fall. So we ran out because it's a kind of a real slap in the face, especially down here in Florida. I'm going to take a drink here before I go too much farther. Maybe we'll play a couple rounds of Drifter, and I'll explain that to you. Rough Swordsman, how are you? I hope you're doing well, my friend. This guy does some great work, fantastic work. You need to check it out. Check out his site and subscribe over to the Rough Swordsman Wargamer. Really well-spoken, very clean in his playthroughs. If he messes up, he explains it and cleans it up in the next thing. There's always a little note there. Me, I'm so unprofessional. I play it through, screw it up, and then I get yelled at laterwards. But it's always good to have him in here. Just a real class act. All right, there we go. Dutch. Soul Razor's even here. Oh, man, we got them all in here on Twitch as well. Tony, what's up? From merry old England. Love England. JW Spiker, how are you, my friend? So let's talk about a bunch of things and some plans that I have. Listen, let's be horribly honest with each other, okay? Things aren't going to be good for a while, okay? It's, they say April 1st. The more as this goes, I don't think April 1st, maybe the end of April. So we're going to be stuck for a while. So I'm making a few adjustments. So what I like to do is, if anybody wants to pop in and chat it up, I tried to get a hold of Lance, who said, "Hi, how are you?" And then I said, "Do you want to come on the stream?" He disappears, but that's Lance. Maybe Peter pop in. Who knows? Zeblik, what's up? I love this feature where you could just feature everybody. You know what I mean? I think that this is such a great program. I just got to figure out how to make it work with all my ins and out things that I do. I don't even need the YouTube thing up. So why am I doing that? All right, hold on. Let me close that out. That'll increase my bandwidth. Why don't I oversize that like that? Okay, now I can really see everything. All right, I'm starting to understand how this StreamYard works. Really nice program. Very well done. I think we can play a lot of games with this. I really do. Let's go down to Calados 13. How are you? Hope you're doing well. All right. So things aren't going to be good. So I brought in a whole bunch of stuff. The first thing gets here tomorrow, I hope. Yeah, smash that like button. Smash that like button like it's Lance's camera shy. Yeah, I believe that. Click that like button. If you are not a follower, if you do not follow us on Twitch, please follow us on Twitch at Rob's Tabletop World. We're also on Instagram. We're on Twitter. We're everywhere. We try to be everywhere at least. One of the things that I want to talk about is what I have planned. For those of you that want to paint this week, this Wednesday, probably around 4 o'clock, I would say 3 o'clock Eastern. If you want to join me and do a live painting, let me know. I will send you a link on Wednesday, but you got to show up. So I would love to have some people join me while I paint. We're going to be painting a few things. So it'd be nice to, if you need some help or you want to learn or and things like that, I think we can do some really neat things where we can feature you and have some fun and do some live painting using this particular program. I think it'll be fine. It'll work out real well. The other thing is we're going to be doing some live we're going to be doing some live dungeon crawls. We're probably going to start with Warhammer Quest, which we're going to be painting on Wednesday. I happen to acquire everything that was known for it, and it should be here tomorrow. Darklight is stuck in Malta, and I don't know why. And the guy gave me some story, but I got a whole bunch of stuff in from England, and I don't know why Malta, of all places, it's stuck. So we're going to try to figure it out. What will you be painting, Rob? Do we need to have the same minis that you were painting? No, I can walk you through anything. I can walk you through a burning fence and you won't get singed once. Trust me. So we're going to be doing Warhammer Quest 1995. We're going to start off with that. So that's going to be a little fun. Hopefully we can get into Darklight. So we're going to try to do more things. So I'm thinking Friday. Glowing Turtle, how are you? Glad to have you here. We're going to see if we can get that done. Tomorrow we're going to have a couple of streams, I believe. And then every day I'm going to try to do at least 1 or 2 streams. Wednesday night, I think I'm going to paint live here. And then on BGG, I think we're going to have Dan back for another War and Pieces. It really seemed that people were very liked War and Pieces live with Dan as a co-host. So we plan on doing that permanently. I was thinking of doing it every other week and then painting every other week on what's that channel? Board Game Geek. But I may move my painting program to either a Tuesday or Thursday. I'm not sure what I want to do. It's a lot of work, but hey, during this time, we do what we do. I do have an announcement though. The channel we're working in partnership with Army Painter. We are going to be using mostly Army Painter paints. First of all, they're a lot cheaper than Citadel. They're a lot more affordable. And I'm going to show you a few things how to really get the most out of your Army Builder paints. We've worked out something where we are going to, when you know how you see we're sponsored by Miniature Market, well, there's going to be another 15, 20 seconds of Army Painter. And I'm really thrilled about this. They've been very, very nice, very kind, return their emails right away. This was set up by a television program that I have been painting stuff for that will be coming out soon. If anybody has heard Above Board, I am the one that has been doing the painting for that particular TV show. You're going to see Tom Vassell. You're going to see Rodney on there. A lot of neat things. I got to see some preview stuff that C-Mon hasn't even seen yet. And they're going to be using some of the stuff that I painted. And it's all going to be painted with Army Painter. That's right. So just another great thing for us to really go forward with. Just evolving the channel into what it is. I'm very thrilled for the partnership. We got snubbed by oh, sorry, I'm just checking something. I was seeing if it was the ominous one and seeing if he was brave enough to come on, but I guess not. You know how that is. So we're going through a very difficult time, and my whole thing was, I've been streaming almost twice a day, or having all kinds of stuff. That New York Raider fan, thank you so much for going over to Twitch. I really appreciate that. It really helps us out with our statistics. Let's put up some of these nice things about Army Painter. Army Painters are all I use. Well, that's what we're going to be doing. I mean, we'll finish up with our Citadel paints and use them occasionally from time to time. But I really want, we're going to have brushes, we're going to have primers, we're going to have a full complement of paints and everything. And they're going to help us, and we're going to be painting a lot of stuff going forward. So I'm really excited about this, because what I do love about Army Painter, and I've got a lot of it, is the color variances. I mean, the ridiculous variances of colors. I mean, there are more colors than I can ever imagine. And they just do a fantastic job. Their metallics are good. Their washes are good. They're different types of washes. Or they don't call them washes. They call them tones. So we're going to be using a lot of that. So that is where we're going, and that's how we're progressing forward. Okay. I'm really excited about mix of all brands. Love AK primer for paints. Here, I'm gonna highlight that, my brother. For paints, pretty much everything. Vallejo, Citadel, Army Painter. They're all good paints. The nice thing about Army Painter, and I'm going to be honest with you, is that it's cheaper. Those droppers are a hell of a lot cheaper. Would you rather pay $4 or $7? I'll pay $4, thank you. Get a lot more for it. Listen, it really comes down to what works best for you. I've always used both, but with this fantastic partnership I have, I'm really gonna just lean the way that I think, and it's not because they're with us that I'm using them. I've always used them, and if you ever been to one of my paint classes, that's all we use. Okay, so I find it's easier. It's easier to distribute. amongst people, and it works very well, especially in a lot of the paint classes that we've been doing. So I really think this is a great partnership. And I'm not trying to give you a cheap sell. You know that. That's not me. I just don't work that way. I'm going to call it how it is. You can ask Justin. If anything, I'm somebody that calls it how it is, whether I'm right or wrong. I'm not afraid to. Was that message for me? I'd said like, oh, they're talking about something else. How long should good paints last in the bottle? They should, if in the right environment, they should last a good long time if you don't mess with them. Let's see. Painting Zombicide with Army Painter right now. It works out very well. Oh, matter of fact, I just put it away. I was thinking of playing a game today. I'll be honest with you. I'm exhausted. I really am. I'm pooped. Maybe we'll do something here for a little bit. Maybe we'll continue on with the Drifter and see how that works. And again, if somebody wants to pop on, just let me know. Send me an email at novaprime860@hotmail.com. I will send you a link. We'll get you on. We'll get you on here, and you can talk with me live. Why not, right? Let's do this. Let's see how this works. Yeah, I see. This is going to work out fine. We did the Barbarian Prince. This. I went. And I'm going to come back here to the full size, Rob. I got to admit, I liked this, but it was kind of clunky. So I went on BGG and I found some alternative combat rules that I thought kind of worked out a little bit better. So, whoa, it worked. Wait a minute. I got that. Okay. Katos13 just subscribed. Thank you so much. And he got a dancing star, but you're not going to see it because we're on StreamYard. Oh, for crying out loud. Oh, wait a minute. Not unless it shows up here. All right, let's see if it shows up there. Oh, no, there's no delay. So maybe if we were there. All right, somebody just follow. If somebody just goes over and follows us on Twitch, I wonder if it'll pop up there. I just got to have OBS on because everything's hooked into OBS. So if somebody's not on our Twitch channel, if you could just follow real quick and get the dancing Pikachu, grab a nap and call it a day. Hey, there we go, Dutch. Thank you. There we go. See, you can see the dancing Pikachu. How important are you when you get the dancing Pikachu? And then if you subscribe or donate, you get something else special too. There you go. So that's cool. All right. And I can hear it because the bells go off. See, I like this StreamYard more and more. Whoa! Omnicrom 007 just subscribed. And look at that. He gets a dancing star. That's because you are one, my brother. But I was a little, I bought Zombicide Survivor set. I was a little disappointed, but loved the blue jean colors. The thing you have to do, and I read up on this, and it made a big difference for me, was you have to get that medium out. And what I do is I pop the tops, and I put little BBs in there. It mixes it up a lot better and thins it out and does very well. Whoa, Ultra Magnus just subscribed. Thank you so much. He gets a dancing star. Look at you. You're special, brah. There you go. Pikachu Thunderbolt. There you go. You got to have it, Tina. You got to have it. Paints will last over, yeah, you're right, over a decade. Hey, Nick 28 is now following. Thank you so much. And he's got, look at that, Pikachu. If you store it well, even some metallics, I can testify, very old Citadel and Vallejo, probably 15 years old, that I still hold. And I thin my paints with Tamiya X20A, which I do that, and I use a little bit of medium sometimes too, which works very, very well. Those old heritage and games and miniatures are my favorite. Well, we're doing a lot of that stuff. Look at this. Soul Razor. Thank you so much for the 99 super sticker. I appreciate it, my brother. Thank you. Thank you. Dutch with the Pika Pika. Look, we're even going to highlight that. Look at that. That's how you do things. Thank you, brother. Boy, I'm all over the place today, but that's all right. That's all right. What's this? Been pretty sick for the past 2 weeks, but have turned the corner finally. I don't know if I have the bug because tests are not available unless you are in bad shape. Been self-quarantined. Well, I'm glad to hear that, and I'm glad you're on the turn there. That's the most important thing. Tina, the board gamer. Pikachu, Thunderbolt. That's right, girl. I'm Omnicrom7 on Twitch. Thank you, Matt. Love the hat. Look at that. AP also sells BBS. What's BBS? Sorry, I'm a little slow in the head. Oh, look at this. Brew Geek, get well soon. Yes, everybody. Rob, will you be painting any of the minis from Warhammer Quest? Yes, I will. That's one of the things that as soon as we get it, we're going to go live and we're going to start painting. I have some of it painted. I already have a set. I'm going to be giving away my old set because the way I was able to get this, it turned out to be cheaper. So I got a whole nother set. So at some point, we are going to be doing a giveaway for a Warhammer Quest set from 1995. I mean, come on, man. Really. And I'll swap out some of the miniatures. Making it rain subs. There we go. That's what I appreciate. I have a couple of paints that are pretty dried up. Any tips on getting them back to the proper consistency? I try a little matte medium. Oh, no. What the heck is it? Yeah, sometimes I use a little matte medium. I try. I have some here, too. Where is it? Oh, it's somewhere. I can't remember what the heck the name of it is. It really works. I really kind of, if they're really dried, they're done. What's this? I'm Kalos on Twitch. Michael, thank you so much. Thank you. That means a lot to me. Thank you, my brother. Omega Red, I never got the Dancing Star. That's because we didn't have this on. I'm sorry. I'll do it again next month. And Soul Razor, thank you for the super sticker. I really appreciate it, brother. More than you know. BBs. Oh, BBs. Okay. Oh man, I'm so stupid. AP also sells BBs, so it really makes a big difference. Really should start painting my Green Horde and Invader. I did a show on that. Mine's totally big. He means BBs for mixing. I got it. Oh man, layman medium. No. Jeez. I'm just drawing a complete blank here and I can't go far because I got the cord. I promise I'll shoot you an email and let you know. No. All right. Try and avoid the post office if you can, please. They will pick up from your house if you request it. Oh, yeah. No, I'm fine. I don't go there. Oh, we got a cheer from Soul Razor. Thank you. Look at that. See? I got to figure out a symbol for that. We're going to be changing all that, so it's going to be really cool. So again, to get back to what we were talking about, and I'm gonna just make that a little smaller so until we put something out in here. Maybe we'll do a little bit of the Drifter. Maybe we'll do a couple of days of the Drifter, so I can, for those of you that haven't seen it, I can show you how that works. Really interesting system, by the way. So we have that, hopefully, and I've been checking up on it. Hopefully our Dark Light Memento Mori will be in soon. That is supposed to be like a successor to Warhammer Quest. We're going to be doing a lot of painting. We're going to continue on with 4 Against Darkness, D100, the Drifter, and also there were a couple other things Aventura. I took it out today. I was going to do it with you guys. I'm just out of gas. I mean, plain simple, out of gas. And sometimes you just need a day to just talk about the things that are going on. And I think the most important thing is getting you all together. I know you're all cooped up in your houses, and just talk this out, you know? And like I said, if anybody wants to pop in and give their 2 cents, as long as it, is respectful, and again, we don't mention the said problem, we could talk this out. Because on YouTube, they're just looking out. They're trying not to get everybody all riled up. And I understand what YouTube's doing. I try to be a little lenient. We try to keep from panicking, and we just try to stay positive. Positive energy. Okay. If we can do that, we can do anything, and we can do it all together. All brands sell matte medium for their paint. No, it wasn't that. It was something I cut paints with. Oh, jeez. Oh, I cut paints with it, and I'm just drawing a blank. It's exhaustion that's just kicking in. Testing out stuff to spice things up. All right. Get some rest, Rob. I will. When I'm done streaming, I'm going to go chill out. Oh, Glowing Turtle, thank you so much for the super sticker. I really appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. It means a lot. And let me tell you something. The game you came up with, how you improved on things was just incredible. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing Space Smuggler, I think it's called. I'm going to try to get that all put together. We'll do that in the afternoon. We have a few other things that we're going to try to do. So just a lot of neat stuff that we're going to try to do and accomplish. It's the best we can do. If you really think about it, I've produced 5 videos every day, and then on top of it, I've been streaming every single day, and then also doing the other shows. I did close to 15 shows just this week, so we got another 15 next week. I can't see you guys going through what you're going through by yourselves, and that's just the way I am. Any war game live plays planned? Yes. I'm going to invite a couple people, and I've got a couple things planned. I'm reading some rules on some things. I want to make sure I have it down. I want to make sure I can share it with everybody. I think we're going to have some fun with it. We really are. What's the Twitch channel? Can raise the count. Well, I can always use that. It is Rob's Tabletop World. All one word. All one word. Hi, Rob. Take care. Steve, I really try. Make sure you smash that like button. Hit notifications whenever we do live stuff. You can ignore them. You don't have to unsubscribe. And if you're not subscribed to YouTube, what are you waiting for? We do something all the time. Plus, we have Folklore this week. Let's not forget Folklore. We're right in the middle where we've got a real problem. All right, we got a real problem, and we got to figure that out. Oh, there we go. Hithwill is now following. He got some dancing Pikachu action. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Let's see. Look at this. Zemi is now following us. Thank you so much. Joining us here on Twitch. We dual stream every single day. He already did. Thank you so much. He said hi. Big Bang says hi. And if you have any questions, put them in the chat. We'll put them up, and I'll be happy to answer them. I use Airbrush Flow Improver. Yeah, you could use that too. Or a little airbrush cleaner cuts it if it's really dry. Let's see. I got D100 and started playing this week. What do you think of it, Mike? I'd love to hear what you think. I love that game. We got our characters right where we want. So next week we are going into we're going to go do just one of the random quests. And that's where things get really interesting. I'm curious about Star Smuggler. Never tried it. Well, stay tuned. I got some laminating to do, and we'll be off and running. Trust me. Or airbrush thinner. Yeah, I just said that. Very cool. To resurrect paints. You got it. Star Smuggler rocks. Well, we're going to find out about that, how much it rocks. We're going to get it together. We're going to do it live here on, yeah, you got it, Rob's Tabletop World. Boy, I even look tired. Man, I look like I got knocked out. What's this? War and Peace's logo stuck in the right top corner, so it's bound to happen sometimes. Sometime. Yeah, there you go. I can get rid of that. Is that brand or banner? That's banner. No, that's not banner. That's brand. Okay. Instead, we'll put up Helen. That is my favorite picture all time. All time. Favorite picture. There you go. I got to learn how to do a lot of things on this thing. Larissa. Interweb hugs to Rob and all the Tabletop family. Hope you're well, Larissa. Folks, if you have Amazon Prime, you can have one free sub on Twitch. Might as well sub to Rob's Tabletop World. Look at Soul Razor working. Love it. What war game do you think you're playing live? Well, I'll be honest with you. Anything that you're not doing, because I'll be Rough Swordsman. When you do it, it's you almost kill it for me. You almost kill it for me because you're that good. Lance, how? When? Let's get Lance in here. I'm on now. And I will send you the link. Send you the link. We're going to get the... we're going to get the big fella in here so we can harass him a little bit. Why not? Ugh. This is him now. This is him now. I'm live now. StreamYard. All right, I'll send you a link. Bye. I'm going to say... yeah, just send me an email at novaprime860@hotmail so I have your email, and then I'll pop it over to you. All right, bye. If anybody else wants to come in with Lance and myself, you're more than welcome to. I mean, it's Sunday afternoon. We're together. We're passing some time. We're going to talk about some stuff. We'll get through this. Rough Sword. Well, like I said, I'm going to do anything that you're not doing. You know, there's a couple things that I'm looking at to do. I'm thinking of doing Awakening the Bear. I think that'd be kind of fun. I'm looking at doing... I saw that you're doing Silent Victory, so I'm going to stay away from that. I'm going to let you shine because you're just glorious. I'm thinking of doing Combat, which I really liked. And then I got Stalingrad Besieged, which is kind of interesting. I want to check out. And there was something that here we go. I've been reading up on this Winter Thunder, and I'm thinking of doing a couple of these short, tiny battles. And then I have Sherman Leader that I've been reading about 5 different war games because I really want to be balanced and really kind of mix things in here. Are you stuck at home for the time being? No, I'm working every single day. I mean, I go to work. Missed a lot because of work, restocking the supermarket at work. Yeah, it's been bad, bro. It's tough out there. You know, don't just later all stay safe. Thank you, Glowing Turtle. We'll talk to you soon. To be honest with you, you know, my daughter works frontline in a hospital, so every day we're worried about her. And I worry for her. Von Deacon, I'll answer that in a second. I want to hit on this, and you know, that's the front line, and everybody's talking about the nurses but what about the people in the grocery stores trying to make sure you guys have food? You know, they put themselves at risk. You know, I go in there and I see these girls, you know, working their butts off. And honestly, um, you know, you can see the panic in their face. They don't know, you know, they don't know if somebody's walking in there with it. So, you know, something, a lot of kudos to them for just keeping going in there, doing what they can to survive, and most of all, help you make sure that you can eat. You know what I mean? I mean, there's a lot to that, and we should praise the heck out of them for doing so. And yes, Rough Swordsman, I await for your next playthrough. Yeah, make sure you go over there and subscribe to this guy. This guy is just awesome. Okay, here we go. Why no love for Nations at War? I love Nation at War, but those things I picked, I just liked them a little bit better. You know, I think Nations at War is fantastic. Matter of fact, I picked oh no, I didn't. It's so tough. Their catalog is so huge and so fantastic. You know, I mean, let's see. Tuesday at Von Deacon. Okay, make sure you check out my boys, Rough Swordsman Wargamer. Go check out his site. He does a great job with war games. I mean, fantastic. And Tuesday, he's got a new video coming up. Good for us. That's a win-win. Any more Star Saga Secret of the Lost Station playthroughs? Yes. We're going to be doing a sci-fi week coming up here, and we're just going to be doing sci-fi stuff. So you can expect more from Star Saga. Some of the expansions that you saw me talk about. I'm glad you brought it up because it makes me think that you want to see it. Rod, did you see Worldwide Wrestling 2nd Edition is on Kickstarter? No, I did not. I'll have to check that out. Awakening. Oh, yes. Please. You got it. Been a rough year, but I wanted to come out of the cave and say hi to you all. I hope you're doing all right. I think of you often, young lady. We could do combat live together, Dan. That would be good. That would be good. Maybe that sounds like a plan, my brother. Dwarf Star has a couple of print and play games that would be neat to see, like Demon Lord and a few others. Funny you should say that. Guess what? We printed it all out, and now we just gotta take the time and laminate it up. Haven't seen anyone do Sherman Leader. That might be a good one to do. I think so too, Downriver Rick. It's a good solo system, and I think it's very, very enjoyable. I'm waiting for the big fella to come in here and send me an email once he sets up. I installed flooring, been really slow. I have been doing projects around the house and gaming, of course. It's always good to fit that in. But my wife, who has been slowed, she's another one on the front lines. But she's had a little more time than we thought. And guess what? She's painted the entire house and done a phenomenal job. I mean, all kudos to the mighty queen. And all her she's a machine. When she put something in her mind, I said, nah, don't do it. You're going to get in my way. I got to work. I got to come home. I got to do this. I got to do that. She says, don't you worry about it. I'm going to do whatever I got to do. Okay. I ain't going to argue with you. Nations at War, Rob. Oh, well, there we go. Khan, so true. Hold on. Let's see what Khan said. Oh, wait, hold on. The invisible are now invaluable. Think about that when things are normal. Exactly. Think about everything that they put themselves on their line that you take for granted day by day. It really is moving to see, and I'm going to tell a few stories here, and I'm going to wait for the big fella to get on. We need more vlogs with the queen. Well, you don't want to see her today because she's covered in paint, and she's not happy. That's why I'm out here. I'm not in there. I should be resting on the couch. She's a macro painter, and you're the micro painter. Pretty. I hate painting walls. Love to the queen, says Larissa. Thank you so much, my dear. Any Zombicide plans? Yes. I'm glad you said that because I got to finish up some heroes, and then boom, we're off and running. I would like to start building a pirate ship for 28 mil games. Any tips? Go to Blood and Plunder. Go to Miniature Market. You will get some 28 mil pirate ships with everything that you need. It's called Blood and Plunder. You'll be off and running. All right. I'm going to copy. Hold on here. How do I do this? Oh, I got to move this. That's what I got to do. Let me move this over here for a minute. Okay. Invite. There we go. Copy to clipboard. Copied. I'm going to hit this off, and then I'm going to move this back. All right. There we go. Yeah. Okay. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up another window here. And I'm going to email the big fella. Search. Lance. I believe it's Lance. Oh, there he is. Undead Viking Gmail. And new message. Lance. Let's get the big fella in here. Why not? Paste. Link. And then we send. Boom. Send. Missing subject. Send. Just send it. He'll know it's from me. All right. Close that out. Leave. Cancel. All right. Let's go here. Think. There we go. All right. You should get that very soon in all his glory. So anyways, to go on with what I was saying here, and let me make that big. There we go. You know, some of the things that we've ran into has, and I think I mentioned this yesterday, but I think I want to mention it to all of you. So we were running around like crazy trying to find hand sanitizer for my daughter because the hospitals don't have it, plain and simple. And a lot of resources are scarce at this point. Oh, Zemi just subscribed. Thank you. Thank you so much. It means a lot. And my wife went into a store and they just happened to have some. So we were lucky enough to get our hands on some. And then my wife was about to send me in and she was explaining that, you know, can we buy more than two? And she tried to explain what it was for. And there was a lady in front of her said, let Big Bang is now following us on Twitter. I want to make sure I acknowledge this, but I'll continue on with my story. It may take a little longer. Thank you so much, Big Bang. I really appreciate that. And Zemi, you have no idea how much I appreciate that as well. So she goes into the store. The lady in front of her buys 2 hand sanitizers and then turns around and hands them to my wife and says, "This is for your daughter. We appreciate everything that she does." So my wife tried to pay her, of course. The lady wouldn't take it. She goes, "I wouldn't take that money for all the money in the world. You have no idea how much it means that your daughter is out there putting herself at risk for so many people." And for me, you know, that just tells you, you know, you're going to watch the news and you're going to hear nothing but bad things. But think about all the good things that are people trying to do for each other. People running out to get the elderly food and stuff like that to make sure that they're not, you know, exposing themselves because they get it. That's it. You know, the chances are slow where a younger person can survive. There's been tons of stories of that. We've tried to do what we can, you know, even though that we're in that target range. I am an older man. You know, think of the good of humanity, all of us together here, spending time with each other, taking and looking at the more positive things, staying out of the Queen's way so I don't get killed. You know, those are all just important things. Here, let me move this over just so it's full screen. And I'm going to pull this up because when the big boy comes in, I want to show him this. The Drifter. I think you guys, would really, really like this. Matter of fact, I don't need this keyboard here. What do I need the keyboard there for anymore? As long as I have my mouse, I'm good. Right? And my cup of water. So if you have any questions, feel free. This is a great time to ask questions while you can. The other thing is, has everybody been liking some of the print and play stuff I've been doing? Chronogen28 just subscribed. Thank you so much. Cryo, my man. Pulling a solid on us. Thank you. I appreciate it. More than you'll ever know. And if you're not part of Twitch, follow us on Twitch. If you're not part of YouTube, follow us on YouTube. Give us a thumb up. Hit that little bell thing for notifications when we're doing stuff. We're doing a lot of stuff. I'm giving you the pencil point too. Boom. We've been doing a lot of different type of stuff. You want to know something? I think it's just cryogenic 28. Heck yeah, Rob. Well, no, thank you, my brother. Thank you more than you can imagine. It really helps. It helps with a lot of things that we do around here. And I can't do things unless I have a fantastic audience and community and just people that are part of this. And we have you, and I'm thankful for that. Thank you. Vincent, how are you? The Drifter was an unexpected delight, says Keith. Yeah, you know something? And he wrote the night, but he meant the light. There you go. The print and play stuff, I've been trying to bring you something different. I'll be honest with you. And this is just me being about as honest as I can possibly be. I think I've been bored with some of the stuff that's been coming out lately. It just seems rehashed things. I mean, there's a lot of great stuff coming out, but I've been kind of going backwards a bit and just really kind of trying to give you guys a different look at things, trying to be different. I just don't want to be, you know me, never want to be like anybody else. I mean, I just really do. Print and play stuff has been awesome. It's a whole new world for me to look at. It's a whole thing we've been trying to do. Just give you a different angle. Use your imagination a little bit more, even more. And just have some fun. Liking it too much. Have to buy some ink, a few for the Drifter. There you go. Thank you, Vincent. We try to do our best here. Now, where did he go? I sent him a link. You know him. He gets caught up in this and that. Whenever you're at a convention with Lance, it's really kind of funny because I'm just making sure nobody emailed saying that they wanted to come in. He goes, going to hang with you. We're going to spend a lot of time. And you can't walk 2 feet because he'll find somebody and talk to them for 15 minutes. Now, you don't know this person, but he will sit there and have a full-on conversation with somebody for an hour. So you just end up walking off and going doing your own thing. That pretty much sums up Lance in a nutshell, to be honest with you. Let's see. All right, there we go. All right. The Queen. It's funny. The other day when we were doing War and Pieces, David, hold on. I got this because it's pretty funny. David Heath from L&L Publishing. I said, with all the stuff this guy does, I need an 8x10. So instead, he's now my screensaver. If he keeps on making stuff the way he's making it, he's permanently made it onto as a screensaver on the phone. It's funny. He sent a picture of himself to us. He goes, "Here you go. Here's that 8x10 for you guys." The War and Peace show is a lot of fun. I really like working with Dan. I think we're on to something. I really think that show's going to grow and grow and grow. It's doing very well on Board Game Geek. JMCC, what are you doing? I'm sitting here and explaining the future of mankind. That's exactly what I'm doing. LOL, shutdown. TT for life. Sorry. What are you sorry for? No reason to be sorry. Nobody has to be sorry for anything. Wow, that's a cool there's a cool little thing on there for his YouTube. What is that from? That looks familiar. Doggone it. Huh. Well, there you go. There you go. So, like I said, I've been digging through here and I've been just finding treasure upon treasure. And like I found the old Battlelore. Does anybody remember the first Richard Borg's edition of the very first Battlelore? What is your favorite game? Favorite game all time? I think it changes too much. It really does. I'm really liking. Boy. You know, I did a Slender Man. There you go. I did the top 100, but I think that's changed a bit over the last couple months because I've been playing a lot of things. You know, Aventura, the card game, I just really, really enjoy. You know, I think that needs to be moved up more to my top 10. I found World at War 85 should be close. I really enjoyed that system, how it works. Mage Knight is number 2. And I really think now that I got everything back for Warhammer Quest 95, I think I got to put that back up at number 1 right now because I think I'm more excited about playing that than anything else I've done in a while. Sammy, what's up? Slender Man, he says. Yeah, I was wrong. Was a spelling error. Oh, don't worry about it. First comment. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. All right, so I guess Lance got tied up. See, for him to go from his upstairs to his basement is about 2.5 hour process. So I don't expect him to pop in. Unbelievable. Oh, we got an email. Maybe somebody's going to pop in. Hold on. Oh, WWE special encore presentation of WrestleMania 30. Yeah, okay. All right. On ESPN tonight. Check it out. How did the last auction go? I think we're going to cancel the auctions going forward. They really don't get a great response. And I basically end up giving away stuff, which I don't mind. But I'm not too sure. You know, I'm kind of torn on that. I have another avenue to get rid of stuff, and I may use that. I may do one more auction at just two boxes just to get some additional stuff out. But we'll see. I mean, when people bid, you know, when you put like $300 or $400 of stuff into a box and somebody bids $25, you know, it's kind of really. What is your favorite video game as well? My favorite video game. Pirates. I always go back to playing Pirates. Sid Meier's Pirates. I have it. It was out on the original Xbox, but they have it in the thing where you can download it. And I play the heck out of that thing. I really love that thing. I also am a big fan. Um, oh God, it's Blood Bowl. I love the Blood Bowl on there. That's another good one. Um, I'm having fun with Animal Crossing. I am actually. I have a Switch. Oh, Draw Dungeon or something like that. A Draw Dungeon. I've really liked that a lot. I've been addicted to that. Um, Dungeon Master is another one that I'm a huge fan of, as well as Starflight, the original Starflight 2. Both great games that were ahead of their time. It is Rough Swordsman, Wargamer. New convert to LNL. Yeah, phenomenal stuff. They give you so much. Suggestion: put a minimum bid amount on each box prior to the live auction. Yeah, it's so much work, Von Deacon. I just, I'm just, between that, streaming, taping, trying to figure out the future, trying to improve the channel all the time. It just get exhausted. Blood Bowl is such a classic. I had the second edition with styrofoam boards. Another game, and Julia Hearn, who is a big favorite of mine. I love her to death. Folklore. I'm very close to putting Folklore as my number one game all time, and I'm looking forward to the second edition. I'm telling you right now, I love that game. I painted that game, and I just came across the Tree Man. I did fantastic job. Just great. Lock and Load Tactical comes out on Steam on the 25th. Ooh, I'm gonna have to check that out. Hopefully all goes well. That was one of the reasons I didn't bid on Glorthania or Conan sets a couple of months ago. I didn't want to end up disrespecting only offering 100 or two. Well, that's better than $25. I can understand that. Listen, I understand things are tough for people, so they are what they are. What are your thoughts on video games being made from board games? Gloomhaven. I haven't played any of them. If I have like Gloomhaven, I play Gloomhaven. Oh, Robert, thank you so much. It's been a while since I said hi, so super chatting my hello. Hey, kid, how you doing? You've been quite busy from what I've understand. So I hope you and everybody else are safe. I hope all the guys down there at Cool Stuff are okay and making out all right. And matter of fact, I don't think I think you're working with somebody else now, because you're all over the place making money, because Rob loves money. Glad to see you. You should pop in if you want, if you had time. Would love to talk to you for a bit. Starflight games were amazing. Classic PC gaming. And Larissa says, hi, Robert. Good to see you. Folklore is fantastic. Oh, we've been playing a lot of it lately because it's painted. And we're right at a critical juncture to end a major chapter. And we got that coming up very soon. Nicely done, Robert. Thank you again, Robert. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I really do. It means a lot. Saeed, how are you? I've got a letter I've got to send to you very soon. Have you played Talisman? Yes. It is a fan favorite of my family for sure. I enjoy Gloomhaven digital game, but it's a different experience than the tabletop. See, I got to try it out. Yeah, I knew you went somewhere else. I replaced Tony at Arcane Wonders. Very cool. Very cool. Hi, all. Self-isolating here in Scotland. James, I hope you're doing well, my brother. I'm glad to see you, kid. Haven't seen you in a while. Shh, James. It's okay. We're all right. And Larissa sending some interweb hugs. For sure. But Robert, if you want to pop in, you're more than welcome to on the mighty StreamYard here that we have. You can just send me an email, and I'll send you the link. But we're planning on doing some gameplay here. I'm excited about that, and I really think this is going to work in how we're able to do this. Like, I can keep the map here. You know, I got my drifter, which we don't need to see the drifter as much as this map plays a part. And then our rolling apparatus, our rule book, which is all of this, and our events, which I keep over here, so I'm reading. And then we have any kind of fights that we're going to have. We keep that there. Yeah. So even with a board game, it's very easy to do this. Man, our drifter. He's got one wound to him. But remember, that posse is starting to follow him, and he's over here. So he's got to scoot north. Heck with this. Don't need no posse chasing our boy down. I am fine. I am doing fine, just precautionary. Hanging in there, Rob. Stay safe, everyone, says our man Saeed. And let's see. A Fatal Paper Cup. What's up, my brother? Gloomhaven PC is not complete yet. It's kind of like a bunch of random dungeon runs. Oh, okay. All right, okay. Let's see. He's doing fine. When are you playing solo sci-fi games? Smuggler something or another. Tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, you will see Smuggler, Space Smuggler. That's, I believe, what it is. So I'm planning on doing it tomorrow afternoon. Today, I'm just taking a break and just hanging out with you guys for 25 hours here. Now, we've been on for an hour. That's not bad. That's not bad. We've been on for an hour. Nice job. So I just figure I hang out. The Queen's finishing up some painting, so I'm staying out of her way. And I'm just taking a day to just kind of unwind a little bit and then recharge, and then off we go. We're on day 11? Yeah, we're on day 11. This is a really unbelievable game. If any of you have ever played a game called Barbarian Prince, okay, then you'll be very familiar with the mechanisms. Get out of the frame. Get out of the frame. You'll be very familiar with the Star Smuggler, Space Smuggler. Oh, for crying out loud. Be nice if I got the game down right? There you go. So, yeah, so we're going to be doing that sooner than later, that's for sure. Oh, my neck is stiff as anything. Ooh, we got an email here. Let's see who that's from. Oh, send me a link. We'll get Rob in here. I haven't seen him in a while, so it'd be good to talk to Rob for a bit. I missed the kid. Invite. Copy to clipboard. Boom. Okay. Over here. Inbox. Here we go. Reply. Right click. Paste. There we go. And send to my boy. I'm sure we'll have tons to talk about. There we go. And then go over to StreamYard. And then make it full screen. There we go. So when he pops in, we'll have Robin here. I haven't talked to Rob in a while. Love that guy. FOMO Master. Ooh, okay. Email sent. There we go. Oh, look at that. He's got his little dice tower, dude. The blue player. Well, the guy did a nice job with that. Look at that. First of all, it looks like him. Number two, he's holding the blue peg there. So that's kind of cool. All right. There we go. Fear of missing out. Okay. Got it. I don't understand all these short terms. I'm an old man. So now we learned something. So FOMO is fear of missing out. What's up?
Yeah, I know all about FOMO.
See, I'm too old for that, bruh. I'm too old for that.
How goes it?
All right, how are you? How you been?
I've been all right.
Talk to each
Sorry
other.
about the mess back here. I was trying to get my camera to.
Mess.
I know, but I used to have my computer camera going this way, so it showed my wall of shelves, and then I switched recently, and now I've got this mess behind me.
Now, let me just say this to you right now, okay? All right. And already Dutch Yoda taking a shot at you, saying, "What? No suit?"
Hey, they're actually at the dry cleaners. I took advantage of the downtime for conventions to send my suits to the dry cleaners finally.
Do you know something? I'm actually relieved.
But hey, I'm repping Deliverance.
Oh, look at you, bruh. It's a funny thing because you always would give me a hard time because, you know, a couple of years ago when I just started and I was trying to get this going, you would make these fantastic videos for a little segment that we had here, and you'd be like, "Oh my God, you can't get it right." Now listen, I've come a long way, bro.
You have. This is fancy.
This is fancy, but not only that, but if you ever take a look at Steph's videos, Take Over Tuesday, I let her take over the channel on Tuesday. I give myself a day off usually, where I don't make a video for Tuesday because I make a video every day like a moron. And I edit all that. So you take a look at that, and that's some fancy edit in there.
I'll have to check it out. I haven't been watching so much lately.
No, well,
pretty
how
much
can you?
More. I've been super insanely busy, especially with that Kickstarter we ran recently.
Yeah, you guys got a lot going on. You've had a lot going on. I mean, and you've gone from one spectrum to another. I mean, it's just been amazing. I mean, you were with Quartermaster, excuse me. Yeah. I always think of the game, and then I want to call it Quartermaster General.
Yeah, I know. I used to do it all the time.
Yeah, you were with them for a long time. I want to see something here since I got you in here. Yeah, that actually works. Because I'm planning on doing live plays. So
nice.
Where you have somebody with you and doing some like role-playing stuff. So you just put everybody on the side here and keep them involved, and then I just control everything from here. Yeah, that actually works.
Very cool.
All right, there. And I'm going to do live painting this way too.
Awesome.
You know, we can't get people together. I'll do paint classes here.
It's the new world we live in.
It is a new. The world has changed forever. It's never going to be the same.
Yeah, I went to Best Buy today thinking I was just going to pick something up.
Nope.
I was just going to walk in, pick something up. Immediately, there was a line of cars. I was like, what's going on? And I hadn't heard Best Buy's not letting anyone in their stores.
Nope.
So I had to wait, and they're like, well, do you know what you want? I'm like, well, I really wanted to physically look at what I was getting. And they're like, well, you can't come in. And I'm like, I guess so. I had to sit in the parking lot, shop online, and then wait for it to give me a notification, and then drive around and wait in a line to pick it up. I was like, oh. I'm like one of those weird people that still go to a store to buy things.
Well, I mean, that's all I've ever known, and now it's changed, and I don't know for how long. You know, one of the things that I know, I don't think we're going to have Origins, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I know they sent out an email that said we'll tell you by May 1st, which
is smart.
But honestly, as a publisher, is also annoying because you know there's certain things we need to get ordered for booth, and realistically, I need to have those orders in at the end of this month. But then I'm going to have a whole month where I don't know if the convention's even going to happen. My gut feeling says Origins is not going to happen. That's my gut feeling. I know some publishers have already said we're just not going to go anyway.
It doesn't make sense to. I think this is a year where you just scrap everything.
Potentially, if it happens, though, unfortunately, because we have Smartphone 8 coming, and it's kind of my only window to put it at a convention. Because then we have something else big coming for Gen Con. So if I don't have Origins, then Smartphone just gets a release with no fanfare. and that kind of sucks for me.
I mean, that can be the same thing with Gen Con too.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, the way this is going, you know, it's going to take a long time to clean up. I mean,
I've already had 2 shows canceled on me. I was going to be doing ASIN, which is an anime convention in the Chicagoland area.
Right.
I was going to be doing that for our game Ruby, you know, show off an anime-based game. It made sense.
Right.
That got canceled. And then also one of our distributors, ACD, they do a trade show in May that already has been canceled. So it's kind of weird. I actually have at least 2 months where I'm just going to be sitting on my butt here at the house.
And you have to play chess now, meaning more or less that, you know, you're trying to move the pieces in place and you don't know if you have a place to go.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
It's just, you know, what do you do? I mean, you sit there, grind, and try to outthink yourself sometimes.
Plus, we're also trying to figure out what happens with our retail releases we have this year. We have a big one coming out that was supposed to be a Gen Con release. It's based on a video game IP that now I'm like, will I even be able to have it manufactured? Will I get it here? Will I have it in time? And then on top of that, we had a Kickstarter that was supposed to launch this summer that I'm like, with the economy, I'm like, maybe I have to put it off. And that's another one that we're licensing something from somebody. So we have contractual obligations. I'm like, this goes deeper than people realize. And I know we're talking about board games. We're talking about a luxury product. But at the same time, we're talking about something that in these times right now, people are really leaning on having. You know, I mean, not only
you're talking about jobs.
Games, this is also a solo gamer's paradise at the moment. But this really is. Board games are one of the things that during times like this, people really do lean on to honestly keep them from going stir crazy.
Let me tell you something. There was a line outside yesterday because I ran the Jersey Mike's real quick to pick up a couple subs for us to eat for dinner. Because what we're trying to do is be smart and conserve all the food that we have and just try to support some of these local businesses so that they stay in business. Right. And just, you know, do a drive up. Well, I'll tell you, the line outside of a game, the GameStops are unbelievable because what are the people playing? They're playing video games as well. You know, it's board games, video games. The movie industry, I think, is forever going to be changed. And let me just go a little further. We're going to go back in time a bit, I think, going forward. And I've heard we're supposed to have like this $1 million drive-through built out here. Right. And it makes sense. I think drive-throughs are something that will come back.
Are you talking about old drive-in theaters?
Drive-in theaters. We're supposed to
watching movies with the ultimate social distancing.
But it's safe now.
It is,
unfortunately, and it may be the way that this goes going forward. On top of that, I always said, and I was telling the Queen this not too long ago, you know, soon there won't be any movie theaters. They'll do all these releases video on demand.
Right.
So what are they doing with the movies that they can't release right now? They're putting them video on demand.
Yeah, and I saw that, and I thought to myself, you know, that's quite because of the price they're doing them. It's a bargain if you have enough people in your house to do it. But for me, it's like 3 times the price to watch one of these movies because I'm by myself.
Right, like, but by the time you drive there, you're probably going to go out to eat beforehand. Okay, you're going to go in the movie theater. You're going to buy some popcorn, which is like $10 anyways, on a big movie. You're going to buy a drink. You know, it's almost what it would cost for the movie, and you get the movie for 24 hours. Maybe it's not as
true. It's true.
Come on, take it. Come on now.
The worst part of this, and I'm going to admit this right on the stream. So I went to Dice Tower West out in Vegas. Then I flew back here for 4 days. Then I had to fly back out to Reno
for Gamma.
Right?
You guys went to Gamma.
Oh, yeah. But so in the middle of all of that, I wasn't paying a lot of attention to what was going on. By the time I got back from Gamma, of course, all the stores were out of toilet paper. But I hadn't stocked up because I was going to be out of town for like 3 weeks. And I have no toilet paper in this house. I got there and I ended up.
That's why they have a shower.
I ended up finding like unscented Kleenex that has been my toilet paper for a week.
Rob, if you need some toilet paper, I'll come down there.
It's been terrible. And I keep going out every day hoping there'll be a new stock here. Nothing.
Before any of this happened, we were stocked up. Why don't you get paper towels?
I did get some paper towels, and although those were sold out at Publix, Target,
they hurt.
But then I thought to myself, I bet no one's checked the gas stations. So I went to 7-Eleven, and there was plenty of paper towels there. People had already bought those $3.99 a roll of toilet paper, which is what I originally thought would still be there. But nope, people are even willing to spend $4 for a roll. Man,
churches may all get canceled.
I tried ordering toilet paper on Amazon. Estimated delivery is May 1st.
May 1st?
May 1st.
This is what I'm talking about. They're saying school's the 15th, but that's not even locked in. So people are gonna have to pull a trigger on a lot of things before May and June.
Well, and, I know some states have already canceled schools through the rest of the year.
Yeah, so what does that tell you? You think we're going to have a game convention? No.
I know.
I mean, it's hard because now this becomes a different reality. Because you know what happens now? A lot of these companies are really going to rely on good YouTubers. I'm talking the big boys to really get the message out. You know, you're talking Dice Tower, you're talking Board Game Geek.
Yeah.
A couple of,
MBM.
No,
not MBM.
No.
I will say
Rado's a big one.
Dicebreaker has been a channel I've been paying a lot of attention to lately.
Dicebreaker? Never.
They're a newer channel, and they came out of another channel that didn't do board games, and they brought their audience with them. And like the second they started rolling out board game content on the Dicebreaker channel, I was like, who are these guys? They got like 48,000 views in a day on the video.
Good for them. Wow.
I was like, well, you guys are.
I'll be honest with you. I don't have time to watch anybody else. I'll watch some more gaming things here and there because I got some friends. But other than that, I don't pay attention to it anymore.
This is how little I pay attention. Because I like even to Dice Tower stuff that I'm still affiliated with, obviously. They were doing some of their top series where they bring in a guest, and they brought in Rodney Smith.
Yeah,
Rodney's great. They brought him in for the top 10 enemies of gaming. And I don't watch anything, so when I was at Dice Tower West, people kept coming up to me and they're like, "How did you feel about being number 7?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And finally, I was like, all right, I'm going to check this video. I checked the video, and Rodney's number 7 was FOMO. And Roy thought it would be cute to flash my face up on the screen behind there because of my FOMO segment.
Right.
So I saw Rodney again. I was like, really? I'm the number 7 enemy of gaming. I thought it was funny though.
Now, what was it about? Enemies of getting that were in games, or
like enemy, like things that detract from the hobby, or like FOMO, like that fear of missing out, or things like that. So FOMO was his number 7, and since that's apparently what I'm associated with the most, they put my
fear of missing out
the whole time. So I'm like,
I think we all have a fear of missing out.
I really don't anymore. Like,
no, I really don't.
Most Kickstarters I back at the single most basic level. I'm like, I don't even, because like I look at Kickstarters that I have laying around here, and maybe I've gotten to play the base game a couple times, and I have definitely never even taken the other stuff out of the box. So I just don't have time for all that. So I'm just like, nope. I just want just give me whatever the most basic game is. If I want the other stuff later, I'll hunt it down.
I still to this day have not backed a single Kickstarter ever.
No?
Nope.
So I will say that my backing has become less frequent in probably, well, honestly, since I started the FOMO segment. A little bit of I guess a brag, I guess, is because I cover so many Kickstarters now.
Mm-hmm.
I tend to already have them, so I don't really like. There are things that I'm telling people, yes, if the publisher wasn't already giving this to me, I would be backing this, but the publisher are already giving it to me, so I don't back as much. But yeah, and honestly, right now, I wouldn't launch a Kickstarter. This is not the time, and it's not just because I don't think there are people who would back. I do think there are people who would back Kickstarters. There is still plenty of gamers who, for whatever reason, still have some disposable income, or they're going to back anyway. My problem is I don't want to ask them to.
Yeah.
Like,
hey,
in this economy, Pete, I don't want to ask them.
Pete, you want to come on?
Was that O'Shirey?
Mr. Shirey.
Bring Shirey on.
Get on here.
Get
jeez, who let this hack on YouTube? Wow.
Look at my fancy new business card.
Wow. Oh, look. Woo! You know, and Brian is such a great guy, too.
Brian is.
Oh.
And he's taken really good care of us.
Does he?
He does. He does.
Yeah.
You got to learn to control him a little bit. Sometimes his mind gets ahead and it doesn't make business sense, but at the end of the day, he takes good care of us and he listens. You know, if they bring a game to me and I'm like, listen, I can't sell this. This is not a sellable product.
Right.
They go, okay, we'll kill it. I'm like,
I'm gonna see.
And you know, he's been super stoked because I don't know. Did you ever play Air, Land, and Sea?
Yes. I painted it.
No, you couldn't have. No, not Heroes of Air, Land, and Sea. Air, Land, and Sea. It's a small 2-player card game.
No.
Hold on.
I just sent Pete a link, so I wasn't looking at you. Oh, come on. Cancel. There. Okay, there we go. No, I did not. I did not get a hold of it. Oh. I tried to get a hold of it, and I couldn't.
Well, I should send you a copy. But yeah, it's a 2-player little small card game.
Yeah.
18 cards. This thing has now officially sold out everywhere. And it speaks to what's happening right now. These small 2-player games is really, really where the hotness is at the moment because of what's going on in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, you would like it. I should send you a copy. I think I've got a few extra copies laying around.
Oh yeah, send it to me.
It's
I'll do a video. That'd be fun to do on video, actually.
It's just 18 cards. And that's because this game came out before I got here, obviously.
Right.
And I'm normally not a fan of 18 card games. And the first time I played it, I went, whoa, that is a lot of game for 18 cards. I was legitimately surprised.
It's just 18 cards.
18 cards and then, 3 little theater cards. So, but yeah, that's it.
Did you ever play a game called Barbarian Prince? It's very old.
It sounds familiar. I feel like I've played it.
Hold on.
Let me look it up on BGG real quick.
Oh no! Hey, let me just let me share my screen with you, bro. There we go. Oh, it's
It looks ridiculously familiar.
Yeah, it's an old.
Oh, I have played this a long time ago. Where'd you dig this up from?
There's a site. Oh, God, if somebody can remind me, I can't right now. Watching my phone while helping my daughter. Maybe in a bit. Well, I sent you the link, Pete. I downloaded it because of this game right here. It's called The Drifter. A guy. We were doing all kinds of different times, like a D100, which D100 dungeon, 4 Against Darkness. I've been doing a lot of print and play stuff and just having a great time with it. Dungeon crawl kind of thing.
Great time to do print and play.
Oh God, yeah. So I bind all my own stuff and everything like this. So the guy goes, "You got to try this out. It's kind of like Barbarian Prince." I go, I never played Barbarian Prince. So I downloaded this and we started doing this thing. And what you are trying to get is $500. $300 so you can stop a life of crime.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you're like this murderous drifter.
Gotcha.
Okay? And all you want to do is trying to clean up your act, but you got everybody after you. You're wanted and all this other stuff. And this is the event book.
Whoa.
Yeah. So you go on this map and you're moving around on this map, and then you go to a certain event. You roll a die, and it's just so random, and all these things happen to you, and it tells this fantastic story all the way through. And it plays so clean. So they were saying, hey, that's just like Barbarian Prince. I go, okay. So I went down, I got everything laminated, printed it out from Dwarf Star. If you go to Dwarf Star, you can see it.
Dwarf Star?
Yeah.
Is that a
Dwarf
website?
Star? Yeah, Dwarf Star Games.
Dwarf Star Games. Whoa.
Yeah, see all of that old school.
Oh yeah.
So I went and I got that.
They got Goblin.
Yeah. Yeah, so
This is all downloadable?
Yeah, it's all downloadable.
Oh, this is fantastic. I'm bookmarking this.
See? Wasn't it worth coming on now?
It was. I didn't even know.
Lance was supposed to be on, and then he disappeared as usual. You can also get this Drifter thing from Drive-Thru RPG. I've been downloading a lot of stuff from Drive-Thru RPG. So we go on these adventures, and then we're trying to build up these heroes, and it's a big thing with the community, because what we're doing is we'll do this one story one day, we'll do another story, because I've been streaming every day during this whole catastrophe, just to try to keep people's spirits up, and it's been the best time I've had.
Nice.
It really has. It's just been fantastic. But every day I'm printing something, laminating something, trying to get it all into place, and then you just go live. Boom.
You need to get you one of these fancy machines then.
A Cricut?
Oh, I finally upgraded to the Maker.
I bought one for my wife for Christmas.
Is it the Explorer or the Maker?
She has. I bought her the most expensive one.
So I had the Explorer for the longest time, which I still have, and I got the Maker because it actually has a 360 rotary and knife tool. Yeah. Oh man, I cut out some tokens with it the other day. Round tokens.
Oh, for crying out loud!
Look at this.
Oh well, I'm gonna have to do that.
I did the print.
How'd you do that?
So I did the print and cut on it, set it up in its software. Printed it to an 8.5 by 11 label sheet. Yeah. Applied that label sheet to a piece of chipboard, like 2 mil chipboard, and then put it in. Told it was 2 mil chipboard. Hit cut. It did the registration marks. Cut them out beautiful, like they are flawless. Which round tokens have always been the bane of existence. Right. Like those are the things that I've gone through a million different ways of trying to do round tokens, from arch punches, but yeah, that Maker will cut them. You just need the knife blade, which she may not have that. It wouldn't have come with it by default. You have to get it as a separate. It's like $35-$45. Right. But yeah, this thing has been absolutely fantastic for tokens.
I wouldn't see. Now I'm going to put the queen to work. I'm going to put the queen to work.
Have her making tokens for you.
You're making tokens for the rest of the day. What is the worst C-Mon game in both of your opinions?
Worst C-Mon game? Worst game or biggest failure game?
No, the game that we don't like, the game that we like the least. That's the best way to put it.
I think it's actually this one.
All right, let me see.
I think it's this one. Although technically, this is, I think C-Mon picked this up from another publisher. I think.
I'm trying to think of the game that I liked the least from C-Mon.
Yeah, this is the one. I mean, if we're talking miniatures games, this is different. But this is probably my least favorite of game they published.
Really?
I didn't care for Cronia very much, but this is really a game they picked up from Spaghetti Western Games.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, for miniatures games, it's what was the
Sedition
game?
War?
Now, what was the game before Rise of Moloch? At Her Majesty's Service?
Yes.
Cannot stand it.
Really?
Cannot say. I love Rise of Moloch. I cannot stand At Her Majesty's Service.
Huh. I went to try to play it, and I just went, nah.
It was very... Like, I was surprised when Rise of Moloch launched a Kickstarter. I was like, really? We're doing a sequel to that game? And then, surprisingly, Rise of Moloch was a good game.
You know, I liked... I didn't think Sedition War was as bad. You know, the problem was where the miniatures were just so hard to put together.
I don't think I ever played Sedition War.
It's a...
Battle for Alabaster. Yeah. Oh, I have it on my shelf somewhere. I never played it though.
It's not. It's not horrible.
Mm-hmm.
It's not great, but yeah, you know, I think Majesty Service. I got to go with you. I got to agree with you right there.
It was not good.
Huh.
Most underrated game of theirs, unfortunately, is Way of the Panda.
Yeah,
it's
I heard
such a great game
things.
that they overproduced and caused it to have this huge price tag that caused it to be DOA. And I was like, man, this is such a great game. Mm-hmm. If it was $40, this game would have sold like hotcakes.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't need to be a $60, $70 game.
Oh man, here we go again.
Although I will say, of all C-Mon games, the one that I play the most, is still oh my god, why am I like blanking out on the name of it? The one with the sins.
Oh, The Others?
Yeah, The Others. That's the one that I play the most, and I own everything made for. Like everything. Absolutely love that game.
That is a good game. I actually played it and I thought I really, really liked it. I just I think I painted it and then gave it away.
And the other thing I will say,
I shouldn't have. And I shouldn't.
You shouldn't have. It's great.
Shame on me.
The one thing I will say is that I still think the original Zombicide's good.
I do too.
Original. And the reason I think so is I think it was a simple system that you could learn easily, whereas all the later iterations added so many other rules. Plus, it's a great game to get non-gamers who love video games to play a board game. It recreates that without a ton of rules.
The one thing that bothers me about the newer Zombicides is that you have to play with 6 characters. And if you're playing it by yourself, to play 6 characters at once is your head's going to explode. Moving things around, this, that, and the other, you know, and trying to keep track of their inventory if you're playing solo is a tremendous pain. The other one, at least you could play with 2 to 3 you could play with 2 characters and get away with it, which was really good. When they started adding all the other stuff, the only thing I never liked about the original one, and I always would just change it and make a house rule, is that if you shoot into a tile where you have a guy who's going to get eaten by a bunch of zombies, you're automatically going to hit your guy.
Yeah, we always always house ruled that. I made some changes.
It was real simple to fix. All I would do was say, okay, if it's a 6, he's the target. Yeah. And you have 1 in 6 chance.
Yeah, I always house ruled that. And it wasn't that I hated the rule. Like, from a design standpoint, I understood the reason for it.
Right.
It was the fact that because normally I used that game to introduce non-gamers who play video games, I didn't need that additional layer of screw up happening.
Oh,
hey, does that link work for anyone that you sent me? I'm about to bring you a guest.
Yeah, bring him in. It works for anybody.
You're going to enjoy this guest.
Uh-oh.
It's going to be a throwback to when I first jumped on the stream.
Oh,
or when I first got on here.
Oh, do we love surprises? No.
You're gonna like this one. Promise you.
Yeah.
I'm about to make you have a star-studded cast. And plus me.
All right. This ought to be good.
It's better than Pete.
Oh, now you're throwing some shade, bro.
I mean,
Now
we did just sit here like I'm not sure if we were talking up or trashing C-Mon.
Somebody asked a question, we answered it. We
I
gave an
really
honest opinion.
wish Food Wars had done better.
I thought that was a really good
I
game.
thought it was a great game. I
Yeah.
will say, I just to pick on C-Mon for a minute, I don't think they marketed it well enough because it's a fantastic family weight game.
Mm-hmm.
And that and Gizmos, I think, are just fantastic games.
I thought
I thought
Gizmos
Gizmos
really
was
great.
Game of the Year material the first
Yeah.
time I played it. Like,
Without
hands
a
down, I was
doubt.
like, this is Game of the Year material.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. I agree. I mean, both of them were just so solid. But it's, you know what, the problem, I think that C-Mon, it's now C-Mon again, is that people expect a certain game from them. You know, that
Right.
big miniature game, and that's all I
Right.
see them as.
And that's
then
why
when
things
they come,
like this go under the radar too.
they got a lot of things go under the radar, and it's almost like you're being typecast, like you're Han Solo and that's it. Well, look at this. Now it's on. Miss, how are you?
Hey,
Miss
when
Julie?
I first jumped on the stream, you were talking about Folklore.
I was talking her up, and I was talking her up big time. Wasn't
So I missed that. What I am is like hiding out in the basement, and it's completely trashed. There's board games and Pokemon cards and comic books like everywhere. Because you were like, jump on. I'm like, there's no quiet place. There's
Ladies
no
and gentlemen, Julia Hurd of Greenbrier Games.
So what are you reading in comic books?
I'll be right back.
What am I reading?
Yeah, what are you reading?
So I got 2 different Kickstarters that showed up this past week. Dan Doherty, both of them horror. I like horror comics. I'm not a.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's not true. One of them is a hero one, but typically horror writer. So Dan Doherty, who for a while, like he's done the Beardo comics that were in a lot of the Midwest newspapers. He does Floppy Cop, so he does a lot of comedy stuff. But his book series Touching Evil, the Kickstarter just showed up, and so it was episodes 8 through 13, and it's a woman. The premise is what caught me. It's a woman who is a good person. She's a paralegal. She tries to help people or do the best she can. Single mom who's given this curse where if she touches somebody physically, like with her hands, who is evil, they die immediately. But what people don't know is they are put in purgatory, but the purgatory is inside her brain. So she's slowly going insane because anytime she accidentally comes into contact with someone and this happens, those bad influences are inside her head. And the curse also invites bad things to happen to her to put her in the way so that she'll be forced to do it. So it's a really good, it's a cool premise. It's an interesting concept of, if you're a good person, how long can you be a good person before this would make you also succumb to being a bad person type of thing. And the artwork is amazing. So I've already read all of that. That was like done in a night. And then the other one that I've been reading is Hope, which is, yes. So it's Kaylin Smith, who has done her own series as an author and writer, and Dirk Manning, who writes horror comics exclusively until this particular one. It's a hero comic, but again, it's a hero comic with a very different premise, which is what caught my attention. So it's a world where superheroes have to be registered, kind of an X-Men thing.
Yeah. As well as Civil War.
Right. But in this particular case, she is not, and she's hidden it ever since it happened to her because she doesn't want to be a superhero or an ultra. is what the premise is. And so there's a car accident. She rushes the car with her husband and child to the hospital. And as a result, so her husband is in critical care in a coma, and her daughter is taken away from her. And so it's her trying to show that she is a fit mother, even though she's other. So the premise isn't actually about superpowers. It's about, what does society do when they realize what your secret identity is to your everyday life? So the real premise is that of the comic book. So those are the comics I've been reading. I do read Wonder Woman too, but
which is very good. They just had a 750 come out.
Yeah.
Which was very good. Very, very good.
So I picked it back up when the first new movie came out because it's been a long time. And I at least I'm interested in how they've been jumping back and forth with what they're doing. But I tend to go with a lot of indie comics because I like
I'm a big indie comic guy. Jeff Lemire and some of his work, it's just like ridiculous. The Ascension. I don't know if you ever read that. It was a phenomenal book. What am I? You know what I'm reading now, and it's actually a Scholastic comic book. It's a little graphic novel. Yeah. It's called Amulet. Now, I knew nothing about it.
Oh, no, I do know those.
I knew nothing about it. Okay. And I'm just looking around. I go, this just looks interesting. So I grabbed the first one the first week and I read it and I went, oh my God, this story is like unbelievable.
Well, the storyline is great. And I haven't read a ton of them, but it's one of those things, like you said, it's a Scholastic one. It's one that actually finally are promoting, instead of teachers saying, put that garbage down, read a real book. Finally, Scholastic and companies are starting to embrace reading is reading. Whatever you can do to get a kid to read.
Oh God.
It's reading. Yeah. And so that was, so that started it, like the last couple of years I was teaching, that series started up. So I know I've read the first couple. I haven't gone back to it.
But. Oh my, well, the last one. Now, here's the thing. It's been around for like 12 or 15 years or something like that. Okay. And it's up to book 8, and we're waiting for the last book, which is book 9, which is the final book that's going to conclude this story that's took 12 years to tell this unbelievable story. He comes out with one book like every 2 years. Now, fortunately, I came in on book 8, but now I've read all the way up to book. Yeah, so I didn't have to wait. So I read this, and there's so many twists and turns and things that happen. And now I'm here, and then the last page, all you see is to be concluded. And I went, so I'm looking, I'm going, when's this book coming out? 2021. And I'm like,
so I'm not gonna pick it back up until next year, is what you're saying.
Yeah, don't pick it up.
Although
we'll also be quarantined by then.
What's that?
We'll also be quarantined then.
Yes. Herman, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Always good to see you, Herman Lutman. Fantastic designer of war games. I mean, some of the stuff that he's done is ridiculous. And if you guys have ever played Dawn of the Zed,
yes,
that's him.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hi.
That game, if ever you wanted,
thank you for all your influences in my life.
I think it's one of the best zombie games out there, with all respect to Zombicide. It really feels Z-Pocalypse, true. That's another great one too. You can't forget that one either. God, I've got all that too. I need to break that up.
Thanks.
Oh, that's right. That's a Greenbrier one.
It
was Greenbrier's first game, right?
It was our first game, and it's one that I co-designed. So yeah.
But that's another one that has that and Zed. Really, what they do is they give you that movie feel. I almost feel like it's the best way to.
Yeah.
What was the one where they were stuck in the mall? the movie. Was that Dawn of the Living Dead?
That was
The
Dawn.
mall one? It was the third one, right?
That was
Yeah.
Dawn.
That was Dawn.
That was Dawn.
It just has that feel where you're so attached to everything, you know, the heroes and stuff like that, and the different things that you can do with it. It just, they both tell just a phenomenal story.
And that was right, and that was the point. Like as much as I love Zombicide and I love zombies, it's all about the action, and it's not about the plot line per se.
Yeah, it's not never really about the zombies as much as it's about the people and how they deal with the circumstance.
Right. So,
And that's why Walking Dead was done so well by Kirkman, was he made it about the people. The zombies were almost in the background.
well, it's the right, because yes, you have the adrenaline rush and the scary and the everything, but what about the, like, right now we're all holed up at our homes trying to just deal with being cut off from our community. And
Right. And what about when it's the zombie apocalypse and we can't get toilet paper?
You and that toilet paper. Now, let me just say this much. Okay?
I'm sorry, I sent it. I sent it.
It'll be here
It's
on May
its
1st.
way. It'll be here It'll be there May 1st.
Did you send him a roll?
No, I sent him like a big giant package that it doesn't come until May 1st because they're back ordered.
Now, before this whole apocalyptic situation has happened, my wife always stocks up on toilet paper, always. And so we've got plenty, Rob. If you need some, I'll be more than happy to get some to you. I mean, you're only in Orlando. Of course, you know, I'll probably get held up on the way because it's become such a commodity.
Right.
And people have stocked up on it because they're afraid that if you get this, you're going to have, you know, the backside of it.
I don't know how much of it, like, but so most of the Targets now have a policy you can only buy one, whatever.
Yeah, that's how they have it here.
And they're only stocking the big things. But you can see, like, the people who are still, like, trying to grab bunches of them and then arguing with the poor cashier. Which
I had talked earlier in the first hour of this.
Hi, Pete.
look at Robert. He's just like, yeah, whatever.
Hey, I tried to convince Pete. Now he has to get on, and
now he has to get on. If he's going to talk garbage, he's got to come on.
He can get his iPad to work. So.
Oh, look at this! I'm glazed over as I know nothing about comics.
Yeah, you guys start talking about comics, and I just like stood there like.
Well, if you get Pete in here, he's going to talk all day long about Marvels, because he gets everything Marvel. You know, Marvel Protocol, Marvel Champions. Oh.
See, and I know nothing. I know nothing about Marvel. When I joined here at Arcane, Brian sent out an email assigning us all to like characters in the Marvel universe, and I just sent back an email. Went, I don't know what any of this means. I've never seen a Marvel movie. I don't know anything about any of this. These aren't level horror movies. I'm not watching them.
I actually helped. I think I helped a little. I made analogies to all the Star Trek characters so that he had an idea of who.
Star Trek, I'm in.
All right. So your favorite Star Trek game of all time?
Board game or video game?
Board game.
Actually, it was a print and play Star Trek game called. Hold on, let me grab it.
Now Julie's fading out.
It's a print and play. Hold on.
No. I've been watching. I've been rewatching Next Gen like for the last 2 weeks.
Oh God, Next Gen.
Because, well, I mean, it's we go back and forth. I like it a lot. It's absolutely not his favorite.
Dice game. This one, a print and play.
Really? I've never heard of that.
It's a print and play. You can go get it.
Okay.
I think all the files are on BGG. This is actually my favorite, like for playing like solo. Like this is my favorite.
Okay. All right.
Game. Other than that, I mean, Ascension's great, obviously, but Ascension takes a while to set up and blah blah blah, and I need people. Whereas if I just want a quick, like, I need a Star Trek feel, I just pull that sucker out. And it's print and play, Robin. You're on a print and play kick, so you should.
Oh,
look it
I
up.
am on such a print. I spend more time laminating lately than I do anything else. Well, I'm trying to mix things up because actually, Julie,
Yes.
we've been running a solo campaign of Folklore, so I'm starting from the very beginning and going all the way through the entire game until it becomes like Amulet, where I have to wait till the next version of this comes out, which is.
So funny you should say that. I got an email. So our prototype not our proofs were held up in shipping this week because we're like, we want to know if this is still possible to get in time for Gen Con.
Right.
And they were like, and so we gave them the breakdown of how many days. I know. Hopefully, well,
you never know.
We're hoping. And don't you mess with his Bears jacket. Don't do it. Don't do it.
It's a bear now.
No,
he's talking all kinds of garbage.
Tom Brady is no longer part of. Well, I mean, Tom Brady can be.
Tom Brady's flying for Pete now. He's a buck.
He's flying the Pete bandwagon.
Yeah.
Nick Foles is flying the Bears.
I see. We're just gonna fight. We're just all gonna fight. Is that what this is about?
That's what it's really gonna come to. Oh, look at this! Now he's throwing some.
Really?
Oh, whoa! Now he is throwing.
Why isn't he on? Why isn't he on to just? All right.
Because he's making every excuse that he can.
Not cool, Pete.
Who let this guy into the thread? Shoot. What were we talking about?
We were talking about Folklore.
I'm gonna disagree with you, Monster X150. I actually like Wesley.
Oh, yeah, I know. I like Wesley too. He tries. Folklore. So it had just gotten through customs for us to get the proofs this week. So the proofs are on their way, and they basically said depends on how quick we sign off on them to turn around. But there's still the possibility that we could get them in time for Gen Con this year.
Wow, that would be amazing.
Right. I don't think so. Personally. No, I think they're being very optimistic because they're trying to, because the struggle is real, trying to catch up.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that they've got the proofs and they're done and they've got everything set up means that if we look at everything and it's all pretty and shiny and good, then yeah, we could have it in time for Gen Con. I'm guessing that won't be the case, but it does mean that because our Kickstarter, if I'm so glad that I was super cautious despite all of the grief I got when we did the Kickstarter, where I said December of 2020, and everybody's like, "Why are you saying it's going to take so long? And that's a terrible date. And why would we back it if it's going to be to wait that long?" And I was like, "Listen, this is my
I mean that's people out there. It's the internet."
Right.
You're dealing with the internet.
I don't want to be the person who gives you best case scenario, we're going to get it by this. And then 5, 6, 7 apologies later, you finally get your Kickstarter.
Right.
I wanted to say, I am going to be the most conservative I can humanly be. Think of every possible conceivable, except the boat sinking delay that could happen. And what would that date be? And that date was December 2020. And I'm still pretty sure that we are going to be able to deliver before that date. So,
I mean, and if you deliver beforehand, what
everything's being thrown our way. Well, right. But at the same time, my goal was to have it much sooner and have people be much happier, being like, "Wow, it's so early." But at the very least, I still think that it'll be delivered before that date, even with everything that's happened.
Yeah, that's how we are with Foundations. Like, we told everyone January 21st, but we baked in a 3-month delay right out the gate. So we expected to be able to really deliver in October, but now with COVID delays, realistically, now we are going to deliver in January. So I don't look like a liar no matter what. So we just baked in a delay right from the start. I'd rather you went with the same thing. I'd rather tell people it's going to be way out here and then deliver early than say where it's really going to deliver and then something happens.
Be honest with you, how many Kickstarters are ever on time?
You get some.
Some.
it's rare.
Some.
It's rare.
It's rare.
And it's so fun fact. I know, for example, a company that I can give praise to that are quite good at it would be
Okay.
Renegade. Renegade is very good at being on top of it. What I've learned is that Renegade, I mean, not in the past several months, but Renegade typically flies somebody to China during the manufacturing process to be on site to do approvals while the manufacturing is happening to expedite the process.
Wow.
So they're doing, they're doing everything they can to ensure that manufacturing doesn't get caught up in translation lag time, communication time. Now, I'm sure they haven't been able to do that for the past several months, but up until then, that is something that they've done because I got to go to their manufacturer last year and see where their games are manufactured and was told, yeah, they stay there while a Kickstarter is being manufactured. Somebody is there.
That's
To be
amazing.
there immediately.
The cost on that has to be ridiculous.
Well, the cost of travel, yes. The cost of living, no. It's not that expensive to stay
right
there, but flying, yeah. But then the cost in saving and delays for manufacturing is probably offset. So it was actually something we started contemplating doing before all this happened. Now, no, I'm not going to China for a while. For folklore manufacturing, although we talked about it before, but now no.
You were at Gamma, and Rob was at Gamma as well. I mean, was the fear of being there? I mean, was there a weird vibe there?
Well, yes. I think anytime when you have a lot of major companies, which responsibly, I think, say that they're not going to attend because they're putting their employees or the people who have agreed to come and demo at risk, and it's not their company. So you had a lot of the bigger companies bow out. And I think that was a responsible thing to do. A lot of the smaller companies, we didn't because it was, I'm putting myself at risk. I'm not putting myself and I actually had somebody come who was coming to demo, and I emailed him in advance. And I said, look, I'm here. I don't need you to come. You don't have to. Everything's paid for. If you choose to be here, you're still, I'm not saying you're kicked out. I'm just saying the expectation is not on you. And he said, no, I'm going to come anyway. I said, okay, like room's paid for already. Everything's paid for, but you don't have to attend. And he was like, no, I want to. But being there was very strange because there was a lot of, like, hi, from over here. I'm going to talk to you from on the other side of my booth. Right. There's a table between us. Moments where you're not like, it was a very surreal kind of a thing, being aware, but also having conversations with people that knowing that if Wizards of the Coast was there, that I wouldn't have gotten that meeting. Kind of moments that were great for me, but also kind of scary because here I am at like almost like a week and a half where they're saying, it's like a 2-week window where I'm like, okay, if I can make it to Thursday, I should be okay. Nobody come near me. Like, it's a very unnerving thing.
I don't know what you're talking about. I hugged everyone.
You're gross.
Hugs, handshakes.
And yet you're alone in your apartment right now.
Hey, I self-quarantined for 2 weeks.
You gotta.
I went to Vegas, then home, then to Reno. I knew I needed a quarantine.
And it's such a struggle for the smaller publisher because that show's a big thing for them. These shows are big things for them, and they invest a lot into it. And if they go ahead and they do it, that can break a company.
Yeah, it could. I don't think so. And it was, you didn't, like you said, you didn't see a lot of smaller publishers. You also didn't, a lot of the designers still showed up. Mm-hmm. And then a lot of the retailers were still there. Mm-hmm. And so it was still a very lucrative thing, but also you got to worry about the retailers, local game stores it's a hard thing for a local game store. You know, a lot of local game stores who are like, well, I'm a non-essential and I'm in a area where non-essentials are closed. So, like I've got Dawn Studebaker, who's on the Gamma board, she's doing like you can drive up delivery service. So you can order your game online and pull up and somebody just hands you a game, like comes to your car, you roll down the window, just hands you the game.
Jeez.
So that they can stay open per se, but there's no like gaming, you know, like all their gaming areas, obviously you can't come in the store
just
as a way to
quick,
right
through your window.
Well, so that she can keep, you know, paying her employees.
Yeah.
You know, but also because there are a lot of people who are at home being like, what are we going to do? Like I just finished like Pokemon cards and just one. That I kicked everybody out of so I could jump on this.
Can you play just one with your Pokemon cards?
I probably could. I was trying to play just one with my friends in Cleveland and get a online Google Hangouts going because just one is a great game to play, even if you're in across the country. So we were going to do it, but they had other stuff that they were doing right now. So, but you know, thinking of games like that.
This might be the new way to do things if you really think about it. You know, you take something, if they prove on this a little bit more, a StreamYard, where you can get 6 people together and be able to focus in one camera on a board. You know, it unfortunately it might be the new norm going forward.
Well, so on Friday I did a live stream on Facebook because I wrote a couple one-shot folklore campaigns, and I was like, okay, so everybody can play. Nobody wanted to play. Everybody just wanted to watch me play, which was weird because I didn't have a setup like this. So it was just me talking, and then people texting.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah. All the feels right now because I was like, what is happening? And people watching were just watching me talk and be like, okay, so now this character is going to do this. And also like, but no, like, at least you have like a top down. I have a laptop. I had no plans. This all came very suddenly. And I was like, okay, so if we do this again, I'm going to have to find somebody to like invite me onto their stream or something so that I can be like, everybody go here and watch play so that I can have like somebody else because I'm not a media personality.
There's a media guy right there.
I'm a writer. I know. I'm just a writer. I just write things. So I was going to write some campaigns and
new
campaigns for stuff for people to do.
Hi.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So I have a second one. I have a second chapter that I wrote.
Okay.
And then I was going to release them as a free PDF. Yeah. Like that.
Just like that. That's exactly
like that.
And you could just walk everybody through it and I just move everything.
Yeah. I was just going to GM and let everybody else play while I talk them through the news story and then just release it. That was like and then people were like, that's great. We're going to watch you. I was like, that's not what I do. I was not prepared. So if this is the new normal, somebody's going to have to catch me up to speed.
Yeah, it believe me, when Rob will attest to this, when I first started doing this, it was a train wreck. It takes a little while. It definitely takes a while.
Oh my God, I was awful.
Rob went through several iterations of his live streaming.
But I'm okay now. I'm at least non-professional. I'm a non-professional.
A writer. And designer. I am not like that was not my thing. So I was like, I made a thing for you. What are we doing with it?
David from Lock and Load Publishing. They do some fantastic games. You want to talk about war games, space war games and stuff like that. Some of their stuff. We did a whole thing on BGG the other day of them. Absolutely phenomenal. And when you get one of their games, they weigh like 15 pounds.
Yeah.
There's so much content.
Right. So it's huge. And being able to see, so especially if you're doing not just cards and like if you're doing components, miniatures, like different components, like getting to see those made, getting to see the different, getting to see a mold, let alone the plastics, but the mold itself being made. And being able to be right there so you could be like, no, that pose is wrong before they cast it in metal and they're like, so sorry, too late, is huge. So it is a big deal.
Yeah, what it must save, in the long run, just to have them go over. You just got to find somebody that's going to stay there for the whole time, which isn't easy. But
I mean, right now, travel is not an option.
No, it's definitely
it was something genuinely I would have no problems being like, hey, let's do it.
Oh,
I'll hang out.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
So much sass happening.
Oh, I know. These two are just having a complete war with each other. Did you see Matchbox's car jumping that Funker House posted on Facebook? What?
Funkhauser.
Yeah, right. ESPN brought back the Ocho today.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know this. Way. Right now, doing the cherry pit spitting contests, and later I already missed a couple good ones, but later
I saw that there was like a hamburger eating contest.
Yeah, well, later at 7:30 they're doing Gels, the 2019 Gels marble runs, which has done like a marbles racing each other.
It reminds me of the old ESPN when it started back in 1980 or something like that, 79. What aspect of Folklore do you, Rob, and company find best compared to other games or as a game in general? Maybe mechanic-wise or general gameplay?
What aspects?
What aspect do you find compares to other games?
Folklore's a hard one to compare to other games.
It really
is an RPG in a board game format, which has been a grail item for a long time, and Folklore is the first one that I felt really just did it. So it's hard to compare it to other stuff.
The thing that makes this such a beautiful thing is first you have this thing where you're moving on this giant map, okay? And you're moving around, and then all of a sudden, the next thing you do, you're pulling out this other little concentrated area, and you are fighting a miniature battle, which becomes this role-playing experience. There's so many things that make this thing just phenomenal.
Now, the game isn't out yet because it had its Kickstarter, but I had a chance to play it. The only game that I had played in recent years that I was like, man, this really does make me feel the same way as Folklore is Oathsworn.
Oathsworn. I didn't get to play
Oathsworn has a similar,
yes.
Rob, you played Oathsworn, right?
Yeah, well, I actually had I had him here.
Yeah.
It was the only guest I ever had here.
Right, where you've got the big map, and I love how the battle is like that. That's 30 seconds of the game, and this is like months of the game. That's the closest thing that I would say comes in the same ballpark.
So there are aspects of the game that I, get a feel for, because obviously we had influences. So I think Descent, some aspects of Descent, have that, or at least thematically have a similar feel.
Call back to the first video I ever did on your channel, Rob.
Yeah. Thanks.
And I think storytelling, any kind of, so you have that D&D light because you're doing percentiles where you get to roll dice, but there are a lot of RPGs that are coming out that are much more just the narrative aspect and not doing a lot of math per se, but just letting the story narrate it, that I also think it has a lot of feel to. And one that I really like, that I think does a lot of similar types of where does the story change and how are you just making quick stories, is the graphic novel series that Van Ryder does for solo.
Oh, yeah.
That is the same kind of, it's not, I shouldn't say the same, but it evokes the same kind of feeling where you just get to pick and you're jumping back and forth. And yes, there's some aspect of math, but it's super light. You're either getting to the heart of the quest, or you're on a dead end, or you're dead. So the books do that really quick, where it's the narrative is supposed to be the focus and the math is kind of secondary to drive it in a very different way, because obviously you're not doing the components, or it's just a book. But it evoked, which is funny because Van Ryder, the company started the same time we did, and their first Kickstarter was the same time ours was, and we did Zepocalypse, and they did If I'm Going Down, which was a solo play if you're being attacked by zombies game. So I feel like we've had a parallel, like we come at the same kind of problem but very different ways.
Yeah.
Since the beginning, and I love all their games because I basically can do it by they're almost primarily solo play games, so I can like take their stuff and play it, and I know I'm not like taking from them because they come out the same time, so I'm like, I don't know how we're on a parallel brain, but like I don't know, it's amazing. So I feel like that kind of thing where the focus is a story, if you did it in its purest form, would be something more like that. But of course, we also like all our bits and shiny pieces and miniatures and stuff. So, and art. So it's definitely campaign style instead.
It's so balanced, though. I mean, each aspect of it just balances out so well. I mean, how do you find that kind of? I can never write. I just don't have that kind of vision. I mean,
well, balance would be the characters, and that's not me. Writing. Somebody else hands me balanced characters, and then I take them and I put them in a story format. So that I have to say is Twin Fire, and then Zach from our company does a lot to play around with the numbers as well to stress test them. And so that has always been. It's why I love working with Zach, because Zach and I, since the beginning, I'll be like, hey, I want to do this, and give him my scenario, and he's like, here's the math for it. There you are.
Ugly guy.
There you are.
Big ugly.
It's about to get real.
From just you chatting
So
by yourself.
sassy.
Party.
No, I had to finish up with my daughter. We've been trying to spend a lot of time together working on Legos and school projects and stuff just to
Pete,
keep
can you
her
lower your
occupied.
camera a little? Because the name tag is cutting your face.
That's okay. But
Yeah, but I want to see your pretty face.
Oh,
There
there you
you
go.
go.
My unshaven, not traveling face. This is the look you get when you have to work from home for the next 4 months. Fun times.
I mean,
So
you look
school
great.
projects? School
Well,
projects
yeah.
on a Sunday?
We're doing they're doing eWork, and because my daughter is a little overachiever, she's trying to get all 2 weeks worth of work done now so she can just party the rest of the time. So she's already like 8 days into her 14-day lesson plan, and she got it on
What grade?
3rd. So yeah, she's going to be done by probably Monday, Tuesday, and then she'll get to just chill and play games all day.
That's totally so. John is also in 3rd grade, and his teacher drops them at like 9 o'clock, like clockwork, every morning of the weekdays, because she does. I'm pretty sure she doesn't want like half the kids are going to be like, I'm not doing this, and the other half are going to be like, I'm going to do all of it, and then he gets his like allotted Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday was like, okay, well, if you haven't finish up, and he was like, what? He got so mad because it was not the schedule.
She got 14 days worth of work uploaded right off the bat, and then after that it'll go day to day if it extends, because right now they're saying they're going to go back to school in early April, but I think we all know that's probably going to get pushed back. So I told her don't expect it. Their original date that the school gave them was like March 27th or something would be the last day of at-home learning, and that by March 30th they'd be back to school. But they also made an announcement today that they're going to be updating that on the 26th. So I'm assuming it means they're going to push it back a little.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, how about that Ocho, baby? Such a happy news.
Solid.
I love obscure sports, and that was just cool to see that they were bringing that from the dodgeball thing and bringing it back in. It's awesome.
No.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
So,
See, I want them to stream it like without the original audio, just silent, all of them, and just nothing but Chad just narrating the whole thing all day. That's what I want.
Joe.
Toshio Seiko just narrating the whole thing all day
That'd be
long.
interesting. That would be pretty cool.
I was
Actually,
Bring
go ahead.
Tio on as well and just have them go back.
No,
and
I think
forth.
they should get the 2 actors from Dodgeball to do the commentary.
That would also be fantastic.
The guy from The Office, and or Office Space. Yeah. That'd be awesome.
Yes,
Be
Jared.
amazing.
This is kind of a mini Alaboom now going on.
No, geez, just about. Except at a time where I don't have to pry my
Right.
eyes open to stay
At a
awake.
time where I'm not like, yeah, I'm good to keep talking. What?
and the best part is you can get a word in.
That's fair.
Wow. He went there. All right.
You did it. You said it.
Funny, we all didn't have anything to say.
Nothing to say. Hey, Rob, in the chat
Yeah,
of
it's
here,
called the way I see it.
I sent you the links. All right.
Oh, you sent me the links for what?
For the Star Trek dice game.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
There's the original version, which is all black and white, and then if you go in the file section of Board Game Geek, people have colorized it all.
Oh, really?
It's just board, cards, rules, and then make some dice. So you'll need to sticker some dice.
I could do that. I could.
Hey, if this time hasn't given people the reason to not say they don't have time to paint their miniatures, they don't have time for print and play, they don't have time to organize their board game collection, they don't have time. That's it's
I
impossible.
got signed on for 2 writing projects.
Oh,
Wow.
well, you're keeping busy, which is smart.
Which I was like, I'm never going to be able to do this. Why did I agree to do this? And of course, I'm still like swamped, but at the same time, I'm like, well, at least I have time to do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what else are you gonna do, right?
I mean, but really think about it. How many people are always working from home?
This guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, really,
but I
nothing's
offset it with
changed for
going
me
to
other than-
conventions.
Right.
Pardon me?
Yes, but so I'm either working from home or I'm
Right.
going to conventions. I am not going to any conventions
Right. Nothing's
anytime
changed.
soon.
Nothing's changed for me other than no conventions at the moment, and I'm out of toilet paper.
Jeez. Still on that toilet paper kick, huh? Well,
Look, I'm just gonna keep saying it.
Kleenex
until
stock
some
is
fan-
going to go
I'm
up.
still gonna keep saying it until somebody in the comments is like, "I will ship you toilet paper."
I told you I'd drop you off a couple rolls for
I
crying out
did ship you it. It's not coming till May. That's where we're at.
Pete, you want to donate to my TP fund?
I could send you a roll.
I'm gonna like Wednesday morning and be like, why do I have like
how many
8,000 packages of toilet paper?
How many squares do you need?
Let's see
Break
if
it
the
off by
average is
squares.
He's
3
gonna
or 4
rip them off
per
square by
usage.
square and put them in envelopes and just mail me like 2 squares a day.
I'm just waiting for the day I'm going to drive by a parking lot and see a guy with 3 rolls of toilet paper stuffed in his jacket getting like cash from a guy that drives up and rolls down his window super quick. I know it's coming.
Yeah, it's
it's
only
coming.
a matter of time. It's only a matter of time.
So
Unbelievable.
weird.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, there's like, forget drugs. That's high risk, man. Just sell toilet paper and freaking water right now, and you can make a mint.
At the moment, drugs might be lower risk.
Maybe.
I mean, it's just extraordinary times. I mean, I just went. What did I forgot what I went. I went like 7:00 in the morning, and a line out of Publix is like almost around the building, waiting for them to open.
Yeah, I'm glad
they were
that a lot of
selling
retailers they're opening up like an hour early for seniors to get in,
Yeah,
because I would
saw
not
that.
want those high risk people trying to fight with people to get the stuff they need. So I'll, at least here they have a lot of the major grocery stores have opened up a 1 hour early senior window. So only if you're a senior citizen you can get in, and you have 1 hour to shop before they open up the doors to everybody. So
Yeah,
hopefully they're doing.
Publix is doing that here as well.
Good. Yeah, it's important. I mean, those guys, A, they're high risk, and B, they can't move around as fast as everyone else. So, yeah. Yeah, Publix is actually hiring. I was super surprised to see that, but they're hiring. Our local store put up a bulletin board. I think I saw a friend of mine posted one too in Florida, that they're hiring 10 people a day to help fight unemployment in their area because they're so overwhelmed right now. They just need help.
That's good.
Right. And it's taxing to work right now at a grocery store. Anybody working at a Target or a grocery store or a pharmacy says it's like Black Friday, only worse.
Every day.
Every
It's
day.
like Black Friday.
Every day.
So the more people they can get, they can actually give them normal shifts instead of making these guys work. Some of the people I heard in the meat department were having to work 18 hours a day because the meat deliveries were coming in as fast as they could get them, and they had to get that stuff cut and processed and out on the floor because it's selling as fast as they can make it.
I know they're even behind on trying to do like home deliveries, like Publix delivers here.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to order a delivery just to make it easier. I thought, well, that might be easier than getting out and going and dealing with it all. And normally Publix can deliver in like 2 hours. The next delivery date for me is Thursday. And I was like, whoa.
I mean, they're absolutely overwhelmed. And you know, I went into a store. There was no meat. There's no eggs, no this, no that, no rice, you know.
I went in there, like rice and pasta was just
rice and pasta wiped out, and they're doing everything they can. So if you think about it, you know, they have the stress of a Black Friday type of environment.
In the type of stores that normally don't get affected by Black Friday.
Right.
Publix normally is in the store that cares about Black Friday. They're experiencing a Black Friday, basically.
But also, they're putting themselves at risk.
Right.
Yep.
You know, so you have that stress as well that's building up, and so you're going in and you're already stressed, and then you have this overwhelming thing, and then of course there's people that I'm sure are aggravated and annoyed, but
I actually brought when I did go to Publix, I actually brought with me a stylus from home so I could touch the touch screens and the buttons with that instead of using my finger on them because of people using them for the checkout.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I just brought a stylus from home and used that.
My a good thing out of this was, and I told the story about 2 hours ago, but I'll tell you guys real quick. My daughter works in a hospital. She's an EMT, but they have her in on the front lines, of course, where all these people are coming in, and you know that's scary unto itself. So my wife and I went out looking for hand sanitizer, and we found the place. So my wife went in. She got, you're only allowed to get 2 at a time. So my wife said, "Is there any way I can get 2 for my daughter, because you know she works in a hospital?" And they said, "No, we can only give it to 2." She goes, "That's fine. I'll take the 2 that you have." The lady in front of her bought 2 hand sanitizers and handed it to my wife and said, "Thank you so much for your daughter who's out there on the front lines doing this." And my wife tried to pay her and she just wouldn't take the money. So, you know, there's a lot of great people out there. And I think we have to really, you know, all you hear is the bad things, but all the people that I've seen out there that are bringing food to the elderly to help them from leaving their house, because let's face it, it's deadly to them.
If I could give a plug.
Go ahead. No, please, all day long.
So the YMCA has closed down for doing, you know, workouts and stuff like that, but they've been staying open to feed kids or give food to kids who normally would get free or reduced lunches at schools. So the kids who get meals at school, because those are probably the only meals they're getting in a day. So if anybody is looking to donate, I know that's like in the greater Boston area where I've been donating money so that, you know, the kids who otherwise wouldn't be eating.
Yeah, that's
get
fantastic. To eat. That's something that when she told me about it, I was like, that's really good. Because as somebody who, when I was a kid, I would have been in that position. And that's a huge concern for a lot of communities right now. Kids who, those are the only 2 meals they get. And now they're not getting them.
And when I taught, those were the kids I was teaching. So that's something that I'm always cognizant of. So that's just throwing it out there. YMCA in the United States, I'm sure in other countries, there's other programs. It's also supporting a all locally run. So they're all different franchises. So it's still also supporting small business. So,
which is just fantastic.
Yep.
And here's something here. You can make your own hand sanitizer from Everclear and aloe vera gel. Well, guess what? They're all gone too.
Yeah.
That's all gone too. But I've been tremendously moved by the people, and especially my daughter, who just I got to go to work. I got to go to work. And do what I can, and that's all you can do. Just do the best you can. Oh, let's see. Oh, here we go. I saw a vodka manufacturer state that you can't use vodka for sanitizer. I was an all Everclear show.
Yeah, it was Tito's, because people were running, like, doing YouTube ads. You can use vodka to make hand sanitizer, and Tito's put out a public service announcement that was like, there's not enough alcohol in vodka to sanitize. And I'm like, man, Everclear should run ads. We're the booze you're looking for.
Because we're classy.
I was like, man, Everclear finally
Everclear's
found a way
time
to
to
outsell vodka.
shine.
They're like, we got this.
We're right here.
We've been here the whole time, but listen.
Why are you ignoring us? This is our moment.
This is our moment to shine.
Oh, boy.
Goodness.
Hey, Rob, I just letting you know I talked to Travis, and
Yes.
I'm working on that, and I'll talk to you more about it next week, but we should have something sent out to you soon.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know you're excited about it. We'll talk.
Yeah. We'll talk.
Oh yeah. It's
So cryptic.
something fun. I'm sure he's looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I don't know. The way he's saying, yeah, it sounds like his taxes. What are you doing?
Oh no. He's painting something for us for a project, little side project we're working on.
He said you could talk anything. You could talk about it.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah. Because I spoke to him on Friday.
Okay.
And, he said.
So basically, I won't go too much into specifics. I don't know exactly how much he wants out there, but basically, Rob is painting some copies of our games that are going to be featured on a board game television show or series that's going to be either on the web and so he said he did a couple games for us like later last year that we sent off to this guy, and unfortunately one of the games he wants for a future episode is Rising Sun, which Rob has painted a bazillion copies of. So
would you say it's a show that's not under the boards?
No, it's above boards.
I don't know how much we're allowed to say.
No, he said when I'm painting and everything, I could talk about it and all that other stuff.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then I'll let you. He hasn't told me what we can and can't say. So if he's given you okay, then you go ahead and you can talk about it.
I've actually seen some of the show too.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He said he was going to share some with you. So yeah, Rob's painting some of our games, the command games for that show. So yes.
I do the same thing for any Greenbrier game they would do as well,
Well, I'm waiting for the because I've just sent games to him as well. So yeah, that might be the case.
Well, you want if he wants it done, just tell him I'll get it done. Especially Folklore, I can do that in about an hour, because I'll send out my copy and just replace mine. Because
that's a good idea. If you've got it done to the quality you want, then just swap them out.
Yeah, just tell me what you need. I'll do anything for you guys.
I'll let him know. know.
Yeah, I'll take care of it for you.
And what we'll probably have him do from now on is we'll probably have you ship directly to him. I think that's the easiest way to not have it travel as much and possibly get damaged and stuff.
Yeah.
So we can just have we can just send you a label to print out and send it directly from you to him.
Yeah, which is a piece of cake. I mean, and the best part about it was they go like this. They go, well, they're doing this TV show, and you have these 2 games to do, and you have how long did I have?
2.5 months. It was like it was.
Was it 2.5 months?
It was. Yeah, I think we talked about it in September, and the deadline early September, and the deadline was like October 7. No, actually, it was more like 8 weeks. It was like just under 2 months. It was like, I remember the deadline was right before Halloween, and we talked about it in September, early September. So, it was a tight deadline.
Yeah, it was
of
Arcadia Quest.
Yeah.
Which has like 50, 60 miniatures. And then it was a Zombicide Black Plague, which had 100 and something miniatures. I did it in 2 weeks.
What are you doing?
Listen, I saw a setting in here and I want to test it.
Once a hack, always a
You're
hack.
a hot mess right now.
I mean, is
What's
this really
happening?
happening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I just found out that there was a green screen setting in here.
Hit the bricks, buddy. Oh,
What
jeez.
is wrong with you?
It's fantastic.
Where are you seeing this green screen setting at?
It's in the when you hit the
Oh,
cam
camera
mic,
mic.
but you have to have
A green screen.
you have to have a green screen behind
or
it.
else it doesn't do anything. Yeah, I have to work on that. Then I can have some funny ass stuff done, ready for this.
Right?
Listen,
That's why I'm
You've got
thinking to myself,
now you've got a baby grand, and I'm sitting here with like
Pokemon
sad-
cards.
like in a sea of Pokemon cards.
Yeah, I was
Be
hoping to get it
careful.
on my iPad working because I was gonna take you guys for a tour around the shark cave, but my iPad signal wasn't coming in great. Plus, I don't have a microphone set up for it, so you'd be hearing yourselves talk. But one of these days, I'll get it set up, and then I'll take you guys for a tour of the workspace.
We're
That
in
sounds
Rome, right?
delightful.
You're in Rome right now. Very
Oh.
nice.
Are ridiculous.
Oh, geez, is that the board? Is that the
Completely
cover for
ridiculous.
Foundations? Of
You
course
can
it is.
Oh, yeah,
upload
it
your own
is.
background.
Of course it is. No company shill here.
Oh yeah. Working the angle.
We're just jealous that we don't have it. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I honestly am a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I mean, you should have a giant Greenbrier behind you, Julie.
Let me see. Hold on. We'll do
And then
ghetto.
C-Mon.
We'll do ghetto green
Greenbrier.
screen. Hold on. See. I know workarounds. Just because I don't have a green screen set up doesn't mean I can't work it out. Here we go. Hold on. There we go. I'm getting it.
Don't worry, Julie. I got you. Hold on.
Yeah. I mean, because mine would be going out to the car and grabbing one of the banners that I have left over from Gamma and just hanging it up.
Oh, nice.
There we go. Ghetto green screen ready to go. I'll wait for Rob to get back.
I mean, ghetto, but all right.
Hey, here we go.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That's right, baby. It's all about the Bradys.
Oh,
When you're a Bucks fan, this is about as much excitement as we'll get for the next 20 years.
I
So-
know.
Wait, Rob, step out for a second. Step back out for he can't hear me.
Yeah.
I forgot to get one when he wasn't in the shot.
Okay. There you go.
Oh, no. Oh, let me grab that real quick. Snap.
Oh God.
This is the most ridiculous thing ever.
Yep. Nothing but professionalism here on Rob's Tabletop World.
Welcome to Rob's Tabletop World. Where we talk about nothing but foolishness.
That's right.
That was some magic.
I'm coming back in.
Yeah, come back in.
See, I even painted that tree dude too.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
I can't see it that good.
Love
You
that
should
guy.
put it up on. Zoom it up.
You look better. Jeez.
Oh God.
Oh, so ridiculous.
I can hear my wife now.
He's got new toys now. This is going to be preoccupying him all day. He's going to be coming up with new backdrops for
I just need to
SteamYard.
rotate the green screen the other way because it's not clipping the edges. But
So, what material is green screen made out of?
just fabric.
So I could
literally-
just get a green.
Yeah,
Fabric
you get a green
drop.
piece of paper.
I also
or-
have this fabric that I just realized is not going to show on the screen since the green screen isn't.
All I
Ooh.
see is stuff. Yeah.
Ooh.
What just happened?
Oh. I was trying something.
Uh-oh.
That was dumb.
Yeah,
Hold
I'm
on.
gonna buy myself a cheap green screen to
There we go.
hang behind here,
There
something I
we
can
go.
put on a
Is
stand.
everybody happier now?
Oh, that's perfect. That looks so much better. Nice.
Yeah, when we first started, Jeff had a studio set up that we did a whole series of ridiculous things for Zpocalypse that was
Let's see. Does Amy-
literally
There we
a sheet of green, like
See?
from a bed sheet. Ooh.
My daughter's
Oh,
been
so
begging me to buy
shiny.
a green screen anyway. Yeah, that looks a lot better now. I can see it a lot better. I couldn't see it. It just looked gray before.
So
Yeah.
Pete,
Yeah.
the green screen that I have,
Mhm.
let me turn off the effect for a minute. This green screen is it folds down, it pops out, so it goes taut, and this side's green, the other side's blue.
How
You
much
get it
was
on
it?
Amazon, so it's I think like $50.
Do you have a link? I'd like
Yeah,
to
I'll-
get one
I'll-
just big enough to sit behind here to cover this little like 5-foot area.
Yeah, I'll send you a link. It's perfect because then it like folds down into a circle.
Yeah, I
so
can
you
throw it
can
in
store
the closet. Yeah.
and then you just pop it out. Yeah. I mean, for big stuff, I use the full. This is a proper, which you can't see because that. But yeah, this pop it right in the closet. Pop it out whenever you
Yeah,
need
just
it.
shoot me one in Messenger. I'm gonna look at getting one because my daughter's been wanting to get involved and do some stuff, and she's been begging for a green screen. So maybe I'll get one that I can leave down here for her. She's been her and the stupid TikTok videos. Oh my god, she's been driving me crazy. But she'll be super
What is
excited.
she? So, what is her thing with the TikTok?
Oh, just like she'll take
$30.
she'll take videos of our dogs running around, or she'll take pictures of her playing Roblox, just the video capture of the Roblox and
Because the boys are obsessed. Ooh, shiny. The boys are obsessed with the flip challenge.
flip
And
challenge.
The flip challenge.
Yeah.
What's that?
So not just like water bottles where you flip them so that and they land upright or they land
Oh
upside down.
yeah,
But
yeah.
they've now
Oh, yeah, yeah,
expanded it. Anything, anything not nailed down, they try to flip, and I'm like, stop breaking my things.
That
Yeah.
sounds
Hey,
about right.
Pete, I just linked that green screen in the private chat on here.
Yeah, I got it. I'm sending it to myself.
Yeah,
on
it's cheap.
Facebook.
It's like $40.
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna
It's
throw
now
it back.
Robert's tabletop world.
I'm just putting it in Facebook so I can use my other computer to pull it up.
boy.
All right, cool. Thanks.
What's this?
I wish this green screen allowed me to use like animated video behind me. I'd put
So
myself
would
in
this
be
a
green
cool.
screen
area.
does it have a stand or does it just clip to the
No,
wall?
I mean you can get a stand. It's got a like a hook thing. You can hook it, but
So it just sits. I could just lay it against the wall behind
lay
me. And then,
against the wall, whatever. Hang it.
Fine.
They're
from
super
something.
light. Think the ones that are like you can put to reflect the light off in your car.
Mhm.
It's a super lightweight fabric. It's like
Okay.
that, but
Oh,
green and
okay.
blue.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Very cool. Let me see
This.
here. Okay. There
Things
we
I
go.
thought I would never be spending money on. Green screen. And here it is. I'm buying a green screen.
Here you are.
My daughter's gonna be so
And it
excited.
holds up really well. I've had it. I've had that one for like 6 years.
Whoa. Okay, cool. Oh,
Alrighty.
well,
Order placed. It's on the way.
everybody wants live sharks swimming behind you.
Oh, that's what I'm looking for. I'm gonna try to get something. I'm gonna work on something. Okay, it gives me a project.
Now
to
let
work
me tell you something. If I see you ever doing this
on. Yeah. Oh.
with the thing behind you,
I like
I'm
it.
out. I'm
I
done.
like it. Now you've given me a new meaning to my life.
That's for sure.
Mm.
All right. I've actually been on here for 3 whole hours.
Oh, you
That's
poor
a lot
man.
of hours, Rob.
That's almost as long as the boom.
Yeah, it's almost as long as the boom, and nobody's ever going to watch this back.
I don't know what is happening.
Yeah, nothing. Get it?
Yeah. That's funny. Time to watch the Ocho.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at behind them.
You're
Ah,
so funny.
that is
You're
beautiful.
So funny.
That is so beautiful. You
You're
have not looked better in your
so
life than
funny.
you do
'Cause
right
you're a
now.
Patriot fan, aren't you?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So is my wife. I mean, think how she feels. She's had
Oh,
the better end of football season for this entire 17 years we've been married. Finally, now I get something to actually be happy about.
holy cows.
It's super funny. We actually had this conversation before, before all this happened, like a couple months ago, actually around Christmas time, of doing a whole theoretical, what if this is Brady's last season? What do we think he's going to do? And we had this whole, like, my father predicted that this is exactly what was going to happen. And he is really pleased with himself right now. Because he's like, everybody else is, what's happening? He's like, I knew it. Like it was his plan. Like he set up the deal. So I don't know. We went through the mental process exercise of how long will Tom Brady stay with the Patriots?
Mm-hmm.
You know, kind of a thing. And internally, a lot of conversation about hearing time to rebuild the team this past season, like here locally.
Their lack of free agency shows they're rebuilding.
Yeah.
They've done nothing in free agency except re-sign one of their offensive linemen.
Right. So yeah, it's probably not going to be a good couple years for us, but at the same time, that makes sense. So, and I mean, we've had a lot of wins in the past couple years, and it's not to be smug about it, but it isn't fair.
Right. It
would be nice to see other people win for a while and then have get excited about it again, as opposed to being like, oh yeah, another ring, cool. Like we're a little smug right now. We're a little smug, and I think it would be nice to rebuild excitement about a team building itself back up.
Of course, right now every free agent and their brother is trying to get down to Tampa.
It's great.
They're looking to pick up Freeman now from Atlanta.
Yep.
Although, Pete, I can't complain. I'm pretty happy about my Bears picking up the Nick Foles.
I'm a little skeptical on Nick Foles. Other than that,
I think he's an upgrade to Trubisky.
Oh, well, I think that's true, but then again, that's not hard. Nah, Trubisky on his best day is still an average quarterback, I think.
Right.
But with that defense, you don't need much, so it'll do. You'll in that division too. Forget it. That division's done. But we won't talk sports ball. I know the people here that watch this channel do not care about sports ball, but I agree.
Sports ball, I care about it.
I do. I know we do, but
I mean,
that's that marble racing competition.
That marble racing was hot, man. Let me tell you. That car. Watch that Matchbox thing I linked you. That thing is hilarious. It's hilarious. Matchbox car jumping competition. It's awesome. The commentators, I mean, it looks like a real sport. They did a great job with it.
You're gonna have to do something. You're gonna have to do something because it's going to be a rough ride.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing this for a while, so you better just embrace it and get ready.
Well, all I'm gonna say to everybody that watched, I really appreciate everybody watching. Robert, thank you so much for coming in. Julie, it's always a pleasure having you and seeing you, of course, and all your greatness.
Thank you.
And everything. What's that?
Nothing. I was just coughing.
Robert, you're doing great things with Arcade Wonders. Congratulations. Greenbrier Games. I've never played a bad game. C-Mon. We got all the powerhouses in here. Of course, Pete. You know, I always see you. We'll probably see you this Tuesday as we do this again. Only we'll keep it under 3 hours. And you guys are welcome to pop by as well. You know, if you want to come by, we usually have kind of a little bit of a theme and just keep things.
We need a little bit more class in the show. So Julie's definitely a good.
Yeah, Julie's.
Robert, you just watch from the bleachers, but Julie, you definitely need to come on. Actually, I can't say bad. I can't talk bad about him. He had Brady on. Now Brady's gone.
Yeah, Brady's
gone.
Now I'm going back to
now you went back to the Grand. You went back to the Grand.
He's trying to get the class, so we'll invite him to the show. That's exactly what he's doing.
To join up.
Don't worry, I got your invite. We're redoing our Madden League again. We're starting one up after free agency's done, so we can get something to keep us busy.
I will say, best game of the season was against Pete.
Yep, it's true.
Hands down.
The epitome of sportsmanship.
All right. Hey, Pete, stay on the line.
Okay.
When we're done, I'm going to shut us off. Listen, everybody, thanks for watching. Until next time, it's your old pal Rob saying we'll see you soon.
Be safe out there.
Bye, everyone. Yeah.
Bye.